To Hayti High School as it's a special Saturday kickoff here on the Boot Hill Sports Network. I'm not Mark Manley to start off. I'm not the voice of the Indians. I'm Charlie Duckworth. You might have heard me last night during the Crothersville and Portageville game. And today I'm not joined alongside Gavin Green on camera. I'm joined alongside my dad, Matt Duckworth, legendary Hayti flag football head coach.
Charlie, it's so great to be here with you. It's such an honor to call a game with my son. We've watched so many ball games together, so many high school, college, professional games. Just a real honor to be able here to call this game with you, son.
All right, so let's get into this game here. This is Hayti against Marquette Catholic. Last week you guys saw the Indians play the Crothersville Tigers in the Battle of the Boot Hill, and the Tigers came out victorious in that game 49-40, but I know that you have some stats for us to go through.
Yeah, Charlie, Hayti really looked like a whole different team than they have all year against Crothersville. It looked like the injury bug had finally let loose. They had a big game against Crothersville, starting with quarterback J.C. Ford. He went 17 of 22 for 376 and a whopping 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. Javante Payne led the receiving corps with 12 receptions, 278 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Isaiah Love, the running back, also had a big game, 14 carries, 149 yards, as they gave Crothersville every bit of what they wanted.
I mean, absolutely, man. That looked insane because Hayti, for a month, they were taking their lumps. I mean, after JC went down, after Javante went down, they started taking some big hits because it was Scott City, Hayti's homecoming. They lose that game. They have to forfeit a game against Parkview. It's just like, finally it feels like for the Indians that they're healthy, and it's just in time for district.
Absolutely, Charlie. Coach D-Rob really had the squad looking well, especially the offense last week. I said it to you, I think this is probably the best 2-5 team in the state. And I look forward to seeing what they have here against the Marquette Explorers from Alton, Illinois.
And we'll get into those Marquette Explorers after the break. We'll be right back on the Boot Hill Sports Network after this.
Hey, are you doing the jailhouse rock and would much rather be having a house party? You can call Moss Bell Bonds at 573-359-4935 or 573-333-2916. They're available 24 hours a day. Also having a payment plan and credit cards accepted. You can make bail 1 minute from jail. Freedom loss, call Moss.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MSH SAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Caruthersville tradition.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for your next concrete job? Give Jones Concrete LLC a call at 573-724-2005. Specializing in flat work, driveways, patios, slabs, sidewalks, demolition, saw cutting, gravel, and dirt delivery available. No job is too small because we do it all. Jones Concrete LLC.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network, as it's still a pregame talk here. So, before the break we were talking about the Indians, but let's talk about their opponents today, the Marquette Catholic Explorers. 5-2 this year. They're out of Alton, Illinois, just right beside St. Louis. That's why this game's getting played on a Saturday, I believe. I got to assume they didn't want to make a big road trip Friday night down to Hayti. So this year they played two teams in Missouri. They played Duchesne, who you saw earlier this year, play the Tigers, and the Tigers won that game, I believe, 55-3. They won that game 56-7, and then Saxony Lutheran, who's currently, I'm pretty sure, is the head of Class 1 District 1, which the Indians are in. They beat Saxony 48-34. They're 5-2 this year. Their two losses come from two shutouts between Quincy, Notre Dame, and Hayworth, 42-0 and 24-0 respectively. So, Alton has a lot of stuff. Marquette it seems like they can score. So, what do you expect to see from them today?
Well, it's uncertain when you play a team from out of state, but I think this will be a good measuring stick, Charlie, for the Hayti Indians. They, like I said, a mutual district opponent there in Saxony Lutheran. If the Indians can come out here and play impressive, I think that's going to bode well for them when it comes around district time. Don't know a lot about the Explorers. I do know their head coach has got a famous name, Eric Dickerson. If he's got half the football knowledge that Eric Dickerson that I know and love from the Rams has, we may be in for it today.
It might be a fun one here. You got D-Rob, who last week showed a bunch of some coaching IQ last week against the Tigers, and you got Eric Dickerson on the other side about to run the ball down Hayty's throat, possibly.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Hayty's head coach, D-Rob, we've known each other a long time. I actually coached against him in youth football. He knows how to run a spread offense as good as anybody, and he's got some talent out on the wings. Javante Payne is going to be a problem for anybody on the Explorers today. And Isaiah Love runs very hard. J.C. Ford's an accurate passer. I really think that the Indians, this could be a telltale game for how the rest of the season goes, Charlie.
Yeah, and let's not forget about Hayty's defense. Last week, obviously, they put up 49, but Jaheim Dunn has been a force for the Indians this year. With 77 tackles, Thomas Hightower has 6 sacks. Jaheim had 16 tackles last week against Crothersville with a pretty decent O-line. And now here come the Hayti Indians, coming out in their all-black this week. All black with their gold trim. We saw Marquette Catholic. They're going to be in a white jersey with blue pants and a silver helmet.
Charlie, I think I'm interested to see how this game gets started. I think Hayti last week, they took a punch in the mouth as Crothersville scored first, but Hayti really bounced back, and I'm really, really wanting to see if that offense can keep humming the way it did last week. If it is, I think it could be a long day for the Explorers.
Yeah, but if Marquette can get the running game open, and you saw it last week with Crothersville, Sammy Bryant, 368 yards, 7 touchdowns. He put up a legit record book performance against this Hayti defense. So, who knows, though? Hayti has had a whole week to let this simmer. They've obviously watched their film. They're ready. They've implemented some new stuff in practice. I guarantee you they have. So, who knows what happens here?
Well, I think Hayty's going to have to tackle better than they did against Crothersville. Some of those runs that Sammy had, he broke multiple tackles. If Hayti can wrap up and really drop the guy at first contact, I think they'll be fine. Otherwise, it could be a long day, like you said, if the Explorers can get the run going.
Absolutely, and when we come back, it's time for the captains of both teams to go to the 50-yard line and flip the coin. Our last ad break of the pregame is right here, and we'll be right back after this.
Has your home renovation project got you down in the dumps with nowhere to put the junk? Well, give Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters a call at 573-359-8023. Locally owned and operated by Brad Jones and Tyler Brooks. Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpster LLC offers 20, 30, and 40-yard dumpsters, 7 to 30-day rentals, and long-term commercial contracts, serving Southeast Missouri, Northeast Arkansas, and West Tennessee. Once again, that's Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters at 573-359-8023.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
And welcome back, everyone, to the Boot Hill Sports Network, as it's time for the captains to come to midfield and flip the coin, see who gets possession first. So, for Hayti, it's number 2, Isaiah Love, number 5, J.C. Ford, number 6, Javante Payne, and number 55, Jaden Malone. Now, for Marquette Catholic, it is Jack Ray, Noah Minky, C.J. Steve, and Jack Bieber, all of those seniors on this team. So, really, if you're Hayti, I feel like you want to get the ball first because you just want to be able to put these points up on the board early and just see what happens, you know? You want to let Marquette know that they can't be comfortable here.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I'd put the offense on the field, too. We'll see how it turns out here. It is a windy day here in Hayti, so the passing attacks from both teams could be affected by that. It'll be an interesting side note for the game.
Absolutely. And the choice is won. The Indians win the toss, and the Indians will receive. So, Hayti will start with the ball against the Marquette Catholic Explorers. And I feel like that might just be what Hayti needs right here. Last week you saw it. First play of the game when they were on defense, Sammy 51-yard rush. So they want to try and get some magic here this week. And like I said, put Marquette Catholic on their heels early. Make sure that they start the game off a little uncomfortable.
Charlie, I'm wondering if Marquette will actually kick it deep to Hayti. It's been known that we've got so much speed here in the Boot Hill that most of the teams that recruit here, they try to squib, they try to keep it away from the deep man. It'll be interesting to see if the Explorers actually do try to kick this deep, because we could see a special teams play to start off this game with a bang.
I mean, absolutely. There's track stars, there's basketball stars all around the field today. I mean, this Hayti is one of the more athletic teams in the area. They are speed demons, so it's time to start. That's going to be number 33, Joe Steffen, to kick off for Marquette Catholic. And back for Hayti, it is Isaiah Love and Jeremy Alexander to return. So away we go here in Hayti. They will be kicking, but it will go down to about the 34-yard line. It's going to be picked up and returned by number 7, Thomas Hightower, who gets down around the 30 area. So he got picked up around the 24.
I think that was a smart move from the Explorers. I wouldn't have kicked it deep either. There's no use in setting up a big return here. We'll see how the Indians' offense comes out here.
Absolutely, and here comes J.C. Ford, the signal caller for the Indians. I expect first play. I'm just going to map out this here. First play, I think they're going to go a run here to Isaiah just to see.
We'll see, Charlie. Like you said, there's track speed all over the field for Hayti. If they can get out in the open field, it could be trouble for the Explorers.
Absolutely. So they're going to start out empty set here to start out early. They said the wind doesn't matter to them. They just want to test it out. It's going to be JC rolling out right. He's going to keep it, though. And he's good. He's got maybe a yard there, maybe a yard back, though. So I mean, Marquette Catholic, that defense is looking strong on that first play.
Good containment. They made sure JC couldn't get outside, kind of bottled them up over there. We'll see what Coach Rob draws up on second down.
Absolutely. They're going to say it's 2nd and 9, so a 1-yard gain for JC on that play. So, JC, they're going to run another empty set. Maybe they saw something on film with Marquette. It's going to be a jet sweep handoff to Isaiah, who gains a couple on that. So it's going to be a third down, a third and long, or third and medium for Hayti here.
Looks like a 3rd and 9, Charlie. I'd fully expect the Indians to air it out on here, and we'll test and see what Marquette's got on the back end of their defense.
Obviously, I mean, you got to test out that arm of J.C. Ford early here. He had a dominant game passing, and there's 2 men jumping for Marquette Catholic. I saw the number 71, Luke Brown, and number 69, Jack Bieber, got a little bit too early for the party there.
Yeah, that's going to change everything now. We're in 3rd and 2, so a lot more manageable down for Coach Robinson. I believe that the run and the pass are both on the table here. Let's see what the Indians do.
JC has the speed, but it's going to be a handoff to Isaiah. They're going for a flea flicker, and it's a fumble. Marquette Catholic has the football. Hayti tried for a little bit of trickery, but it's Marquette Catholic's treat. It's going to be first down for Marquette Catholic deep into Indian territory.
Charlie, that sure did look like it was going to be a flea flicker. Kind of a questionable call if that's the case on 3rd and 2. I'm wondering if maybe the handoff just didn't go right. Either way, Explorers got the ball. That's not the start that the Indians wanted.
Absolutely not what Hayti needed there. It looked like they had some pretty good momentum starting to build up there after those couple good runs, and then all comes crashing into their face with that error on the handoff. So now out comes Marquette Catholic. It's number 13, Toby Eberlin, in. He's going to be handing it off for about a gain of 4 or 5. That was to Jordan Croft. Got tackled down by Thomas Hightower there.
Looks like Marquette's coming out in the spread. Typical what you see with high school offenses these days. Not like back in my day when you ran a lot of wishbone and I formation.
What about the wing T?
Well, we ran a little bit of that too. Not very successful though.
Shout out East Prairie with their wing T still. So now Eberlin comes out with a man right beside him. That's number 5, Jordan Croft. It's going to be a jet sweep to Ethan McLeod, who gets maybe a gain of 1 or 2 there.
Yeah, it looks like McLeod lost his footing on that one, Charlie. Didn't have much room. I believe Hayti was going to bottle him up anyway, but here we go, 3rd down.
And out comes Noah Minke in from the sideline as a sub. So it might seem like Marquette's going to air it out here. I mean, they brought out another receiver.
We'll see. I think they'll stick to the ground. They've got a big running back. We'll see if he can pound it through the hole.
Croft does have a very big build there for Marquette. So here we go. This 3rd down early for the Explorers. And it's going to be a flag. It's going to be a pre-snap penalty. It's going to be a false start on Marquette Catholic. Push them back 5 yards.
Well, that's not what you want to do. Start shooting yourself in the foot when you're in Indians territory. That's going to make it a 3rd and 12, Charlie, and I think we will get to see the arm of this quarterback from the Explorers.
I hope to see this arm because, I mean, this is someone whose position on the program is listed as only a quarterback. So he must have an arm on him, at least.
Well, we're going to find out here. They got them spread wide on both sides, 4 receivers, 1 running back.
See what they call here. Motions a man left. It's going to be snap. He's passing. Eberlin going left. Throws. It's going to be caught. And that's going to be Ethan McLeod with the catch. So he's going to get down to the 30 or the 25. It's going to be a 4th and short here for the Explorers, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it here.
Charlie, I tell you, that running back from the Explorers really made a heck of a block to keep their quarterback upright and keep this drive going.
That's absolutely the type of block you need to keep your quarterback up, and be able to complete a pass just like that, putting him right at the 25 here. Eberlein with Croft behind him. Going to be a flag encroachment on the Indians. So first down for the Explorers, and the Explorers now are in the red zone.
Yeah, that's the kind of penalty you hate to see as a coach. You got to watch the ball, but sometimes it's hard. You get anxious. You want to get some pressure out there, especially on fourth down. Now we're going to have a 1st and 10 here for the Explorers, and the playbook's really wide open, Charlie.
I mean, they could do anything here. Eberlein, that was, I mean, a good pass on that third down earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for like a kind of a slants look here just to get something in the middle of the field, but let's see. He's got Croft behind him, and there's going to be a flag. Delay of game on, a delay of game going to be called on the Explorers. So push it back 5 yards to the 25 again.
Yeah, off to a sloppy start here with both teams. Kind of wondering how they didn't get that play in, but that's definitely going to make things tougher. As now we're looking at 1st and 15 from the 25 instead of 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, now the pressure's starting to build on the backs of the Explorers here. I mean, they're in hostile territory, in deep, also into Indian territory on the field, trying to see. It's going to be a pitch play to Croft here. Croft is going to get tackled down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go on that. There was a sea of Indian defenders there, multiple players there for the tackle. Croft does look like he has got the build to break some tackles, but there was no way he was getting through there. There was a wall of Indians there waiting on him.
I mean, when they tackle you high, they tackle you low. Odds are you're going to be tackled down to the ground. I mean, so now Eberlein on this 2nd down, 2nd and 15 still. It's going to be snap. It's going to be a pitch play to Dante Longstreet, who's going to go right. He's going to go far, and Dante Longstreet is going to go to the house. Touchdown, Marquette.
Wow, Longstreet, that was an impressive run. He got to the sideline, and about the 10-yard line, he juked back left, and he took all the Hayti defenders with him. That is a big, big touchdown for the Explorers having to come on the road here. That's going to send a sign to the Indians that these guys came to play.
I mean, absolutely. And I just want to mention, I think I heard a train horn over there for Marquette. So if we hear a train horn constantly, I don't know what's worse, cowbells or train horns.
I don't know, Charlie. I know that the Marquette faithful came out in pretty good numbers here.
Whoa!
That kicker really booted that extra point in.
And the kick is good. So now Marquette Catholic leads by a touchdown, and we'll be right back with Indian football here on the Boot Hill Sports Network.
Hey, are you doing a jailhouse rock and would much rather be having a house party? You can call Moss Bell Bonds at 573-359-4935 or 573-333-2916. They're available 24 hours a day. Also having a payment plan and credit cards accepted. You can make bail 1 minute from jail. Freedom lost, call Moss.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. The Marquette Catholic Explorers from Alton, Illinois, take the lead on the Hayti Indians after that Dante Longstreet sort of fullback-looking run there. I mean, he's a wide receiver, yes, but he was positioned as a fullback on that play, or a wingback, really.
Yeah, Charlie, you were just talking about the wing tee. You got to see a little bit of it out of the shotgun formation there. That was pretty good blocking on that, but I'm going to tell you, he made the run with that juke at the 7-yard line. It'll be interesting to see how the Indians answer here, because you definitely want to try to punch back and get some points on the board.
And so the kickoff for Stephen goes down, and it's going to be returned this time by Isaiah Love. Isaiah Love cuts right. He gets down to about the 31-yard line as he gets tackled down by a group of Explorers, including number 4, Ethan McLeod. So now Hayti comes out after that turnover that they had on the last drive. Either it was a handoff error or a flea flicker error. Who knows, but I'm sure that play, whatever it is being taken out of the playbook as we speak.
Yeah, I can't see Coach going back to that call. Looks like the Indians are going to line up, spread out, 2 receivers on each side, running back right next to the QB.
It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Love this time. He goes up the middle. Isaiah gets a few yards there. That was a nice run for Isaiah. Going to gain about 6 yards there. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 from the 37-yard line.
I like that play call, especially after the turnover. I like getting back to the basics.
Absolutely. It's going to be another handoff to Isaiah this time again, and Isaiah is going to gain a first down and be down at about the 47-yard line, so another 10-yard rush there for Isaiah Love.
Yeah, I like this. If they're going to give it to you on the ground, you got to take it, and I think Isaiah can give them all they want. He ran really hard last week against Crothersville.
Absolutely. Isaiah is a dog. I mean, we have a few stories of him on flag football.
He's always been an athletic kid, and it's great to see these kids that I coached out here playing high school football, Charlie.
So now JC going back, passing. He's got a man. It's going to be incomplete right through the hands of Keanthony Taylor. I'm just saying, 6'5", 195 junior could not corral that in.
Taylor's going to be kicking himself in the butt on that one because that was a beautifully thrown pass. He had a step. If he catches that, that's 6 all day for the Tribe.
I mean, absolutely. He had both defenders there beat on that matchup. I think he might have been surprised on how wide open he was.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Charlie, if Coach dials that one up again here in the future because he had some daylight.
And now JC's going to be rolling out right. He's going to pitch it. It's an option run here. And it's going to go to Isaiah Love. Isaiah Love, he's cutting up. He's going to get tackled down within the 20-yard line. And there's going to be a flag, I believe, for horse collar there, or a late hit.
I believe it's going to be a horse collar, Charlie. It looked like the Explorers got Isaiah right around the collar. He's still down on the field. Hopefully Isaiah's going to be able to bounce back from that.
Seems like Isaiah's good. He was just waiting for his teammates to come out. So 2 flags on the field against Marquette. I mean, that might be just exact.
That's a hold against Hayti.
And it's going to be a hold against Hayti, too, and a horse collar. So forget everything.
Penalties are offset here. We'll see where they mark this thing off at.
Seems like they're just going to replay the down. And
that's correct.
Wow. I mean, Isaiah looked like he had everything right there and 15 yards on the penalty, but...
Yeah, I know Coach is not happy with that. I didn't see where the hold was, but it might have been something on that option that broke Isaiah loose.
I think it definitely had to have been on that option there. Now, Marquette, reeling from that Isaiah Love run, they still probably have some tired legs out there on defense. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they try and dial up a pass play here and see if they can get those corners who are a little exhausted right now.
They're lined up, wide out, 3 on one side, 1 on the other. It's play action.
And the pass is going to be complete to Javante Payne in the backfield. Javante's going to go down to about the 30. He's going to lose the football when he gets tackled down, though. So Javante gets the first down at the 30.
That was a heads-up play from J.C. Ford. He didn't have anything else down the field. He found his safety valve in Payne, and Payne really turned it into one heck of a play.
Absolutely, and now with under 5 to go in the first quarter, Hayti is pushing down the field. It's going to be JC. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah, and Isaiah gets sandwiched in between white and blue.
Yeah, Charlie, that was a group of Explorers led by Luke Brown, the senior defensive lineman. He's 5'11", 235, and he was not letting him go anywhere.
That was just Hayti's O-line kind of crumbling to the pressure of Marquette Catholic's D-line right there. See what they dial up on this second down, 2nd and 12 here. They're going to motion Isaiah out, so it's empty set for JC. He's going to go pass, but he's going to just keep it. JC's running here. He's going to get down to about the 25.
That was a smart move from JC. I didn't see much open down the field. He took what they gave him, and that's going to be a real positive play, set up a 3rd and manageable.
Absolutely. Just to say, it's a beautiful day here in Hayti.
It really is. It is a beautiful day, slightly windy, but a great day for football, Charlie.
Absolutely. This is the football weather that we're talking about right here. So now, on this 3rd and 5 for the Indians, what does J.C. Ford and the rest of the offense have? It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah, who gets swallowed up by a whole lot of blue.
That was big Luke Brown again, the senior from the Explorers. They faked the jet sweep and ran the dive down the middle, but there was absolutely nothing there, Charlie.
A little zone fake jet right there, if you remember Madden a little bit. Now, on this 4th and 5 at the 25, they got to get to the 20 here. And if you're a Hayti fan, you got to be thinking about that Isaiah option run they got called back. I mean, Hayti would have definitely been right at the goal line if they did not get called for a hold there. Now, JC's passing on this 4th down. It's a curl that's caught. It's going to be caught by Javante Payne. So it's going to be a first down. Or no, they're saying it's incomplete, actually.
Yeah, Charlie, I think he bobbled it on the way down to the ground. It was a pretty good throw, but I just don't think that Payne could hold on to it, and that's going to give the Explorers the ball back.
It's putting Hayti in a world of hurt right now because, I mean, you got to think that they got to be kicking themselves after that holding penalty just a few plays ago on that option run.
Yeah, there's been a lot of penalties in this game, and a lot of them are going on the side of the Tribe. Hopefully they'll be able to clean it up as they get on defense here.
So now here comes the Explorers again. That is Toby Eberlin out there. Back at quarterback. He's got Jordan Croft behind him. Eberlin is going to hand it off to Croft going left here. Croft trying to get a seam. He gets tackled down by a host of Indians, including number 0, Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, it was pretty good defense from the Indians. They were able to keep him from getting off to the sideline because if he could have got a few more steps on him, he might have had pay dirt there.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a gap that kind of looked exposed for the Indians, but it got cleaned up there. Under 3 to go in this first quarter. Explorers still lead 7-0 on the Indians. You're watching Hayti football on the Boot Hill Sports Network. Charlie Duckworth joined alongside Matt Duckworth. Now it's going to be a jet sweep here. That's to number 15, Noah Minke.
I think it's coming back, Charlie. I see some laundry on the field, and I'm pretty sure we got a legal formation.
Seems as if it is an illegal formation on the Explorers. So, actually an illegal shift on the Explorers. A lot of pre-snap penalties today. It's feeling kind of eerie. It's feeling like Crothersville versus Sykeston earlier this year. Believe they combined for like 20 pre-snap penalties in the first half in that game.
I know one thing, Charlie, just from coaching a little bit of football when you were young, there's one way to get a coach angry. It's pre-snap penalties.
Absolutely. If you just watch either team that we cover here on the Boot Hill Sports Network for a second, you see their coaches get riled up the second there's a pre-snap penalty. So now it's a wing tee for the Explorers. It's going to be a handoff to the right. That's to Jack Ray, who's going to get tackled out of bounds. And there's a flag for a late hit there on the Indians. That's going to be going 15 yards into positive yards.
Yeah, Charlie, they just kept pursuing even after they had him out of bounds. You can't do that. It's a knucklehead penalty, and that's going to cost them 15 yards and an automatic first down.
I mean, that's just rough right there. 10 yards, actually. I forget high school and the NFL are a little different.
Yeah, I get confused with that as well.
So now the Explorers with a fresh set of downs, and at about the 37 here in their territory, they got a chance here for something as Hayti keeps on just kicking themselves with these penalties. Going to be Eberlin to snap it. It's going to be a pitch right to Croft, who's going to get tackled down. That is number 7, Thomas Hightower. What a hit.
Well, Charlie, he's a heck of a defensive player, and he busted right through the line there. It doesn't seem like the Indians are too worried about the Explorers passing. They've got all the safeties on line. They've got the box stacked. So I think the Explorers are going to have to block up front because they got a lot of numbers up there for the Indians to stop them.
I mean, this is their signature 5-2 cover 0 that they run defensively. And there's a lot of holes that you could exploit with it if you're able to exploit it, but it's not looking like the Explorers are able to do that yet. Now Eberlin, he's going to be passing. He's got pressure, and he's going to go down to the ground. That is Thomas Hightower adding to his sack total this year.
Yeah, Charlie, that is number 7 for Hightower on the year. He is getting penetration there, and it looks like we got an Explorer down on the field, Charlie.
We have an Explorer down on the field, so we're just going to take a short break here on the Boot Hill Sports Network and be right back after this.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. That is number 52, Sean Phillips, who was down. He's gotten up and walking on his own there, getting a little hydration. It might have been just a little cramp here. You know, it's creeping up the temperature today.
Yeah, it's unseasonably warm out here. I'm glad he got up, and now we've got a big third down coming up here, Charlie. 3rd and 22 for the Explorers.
3rd and 22 for the Explorers after the penalties and sacks and tackles for loss. It just feels like all the pressure's coming on to the Explorers right now.
Hayti's got a safety back. They're not going to try to give up anything behind them here. They really want to clean this up and get off the field.
Watch out for Noah Minke and Dante Longstreet, two receivers for the Explorers out of Alton here. It's going to be Eberlin passing. Eberlin having pressure. He's got a man up the middle, and he's picked! That is Javante Payne with the interception, and that was the perfect look for the Hayti Indians in double coverage.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Charlie, that was all set up from pressure from the Indians. They are getting a lot of pressure up front with Hightower done. That was impressive, and then Javante just lurked back and stole that ball.
I mean, Javante, it looked like he was stealing candy from a baby right there against Jack Ray in that double coverage. It was kind of a post route there, trying to get some up the middle on Hayti. But now the Indians' offense led by J.C. Ford is out here, and so that's going to be a jet sweep to Jeremy Alexander, who's going to get tackled down for a loss. It's going to be a loss of 2. So 2nd and 12 for the Indians here. And we have 20 seconds left, so if Hayti really wanted to, they could just let the clock die out on the quarter, but I don't think that's what Dominique Robinson wants as a head coach.
Doesn't look like it, Charlie. Looks like they're going to try to run one more play here.
It's going to be snapped. J.C. Ford, he's got pressure, and he's going to get sacked and fumble it. J.C. fumbles it, and it's recovered by number 60, Dylan Cates. That was a big tackle by Jack Bieber. So the clock hits zeros and here in Hayti. So we'll be back with second quarter action on the Boot Hill Sports Network after this.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Caruthersville tradition.
Welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network as it's second quarter action here after that turnover by the Indians. That was just a play that got blown up early by Marquette Catholic, and Marquette Catholics came here, 3-hour drive. They said, we're ready to play anywhere, anytime, any condition.
Yeah, absolutely, Charlie. They look like they are game to play. I'm wondering if Coach Robinson wouldn't like to have that play back. He could have easily let it run down to the end of the quarter, but JC came up limping a little bit, and that was that leg that he hurt last year. We'll hope that he will be able to recover and play for the rest of the game.
Wait a minute. So the fumble, there was no fumble. They said he was down, actually. So it is a 3rd and long for the Indians here. JC's passing, and it's going to be incomplete, targeted to Keanthony Taylor. So all that talk about a turnover, let's forget about that. It's It's fourth down now. It's fourth and 22. That's a rough look. And for a team that doesn't really punt either, it's a rough look.
Well, Charlie, I don't know that I would go for it here. I understand if they don't have the special teams to kick, but this is definitely a risky move.
And here comes JC to punt. He punts and he boots it. I mean, that ball bounces down at the 40. It's going to take an Indian bounce down to the 32 or the 31. So that's a very good punt for JC Ford right there.
Yeah, kind of unconventional, too. He was lined up just like he was going to be in the quarterback position, but he went on ahead and pooch kicked it. I think that's a good idea. Flip the field, make the Explorers learn it.
Takes a lot of risk there off the Indians. I mean, JC, who, like you mentioned, was sort of walking a little gingerly on his leg that last year in the Battle of the Boot Heel he hurt in a tackle with Oscar Dominguez. Hopefully he recovers because we want to make sure that Hayti needs to be healthy right here. You saw how good they were fully healthy last week. So this one's going to be a handoff to Croft. Croft is going to cut up. Croft has a seam, and he's going to be called out of bounds for Marquette Catholic. But just like that, it's going to be a first down as they move the chains there.
I tell you, Charlie, if Croft didn't step out of bounds, it was going to be a foot race with him and one Indian to the end zone. So Hayti caught a break by him stepping on the wide over there.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, that looked like he was at the house right there. That looked like he was playing Madden on rookie difficulty a little bit, the way he was just able to get through those tackles.
Well, it's back to what we were talking in the pregame. Hayti is going to have to tackle better if they're going to win this ball game tonight, Charlie.
That's absolutely true. So here comes Eberlein in this wing T again for Marquette. Now it's going to be a pitch to Croft. Croft going left here. Got a little bit of blocking, but he's just going to get pushed out of bounds. He's going to jump over the bench.
Yeah, Charlie, there wasn't nothing on there. There was plenty of defenders from Hayti. They've really done a pretty good job of sealing the edge here. The Explorers and the Indians both trying to get to the edge during the running game, get their speed out there, maybe break a tackle and get a big play.
I mean, yeah. I feel like on that wing T, though, I feel like your targets are those wing backs that you have on left and right. I mean, Dante Longstreet and Noah Minke, those two today have been able to rush pretty well. They're going to be in this wing T again. Going to snap it. It's going to be Longstreet. He has the touchdown already, and he's going to get taken down quickly to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it's still a pretty good run. The Explorers are doing a good job of controlling the football. They've had a lot of time of possession here, which doesn't bode well for Hayti. But as you know, Charlie, Hayti could score on one play. So the Explorers are doing a good job keeping the ball on their side of the field.
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, all it takes is one little slip-up for a team to get scored on by Hayti. I mean, it could be the simplest little mental mistake, and Hayti is going to exploit it. That's what Coach Dominique Robinson's teams have always done, be able to get those weaknesses and point them out. That's going to be a rush for Marquette Catholic. It's going to be number 7, Jack Ray. He's going to get down to about a 4th and 1 here at the 48-yard line. They're going to call it 4th and 2 at the 49, though. So this is real interesting parts for Marquette here, because you have the philosophy now of the new age, go for it on anything that's 4th and short, but also you don't really want to give Hayti's offense the ball, because the second they can turn it up, they can turn it up.
I think this ball's probably going to go to Croft, Charlie. I'd look to see him go straight up the middle and try to get this 4th down.
It's a wing T look again. Eberlein is going to snap it. It's going to be to Croft. As you said, he's going to get a punch down, and it's Hayti Indian football here. Punched out and recovered by number 55, Jaden Malone, the captain. And it's Hayti football at the 49-yard line.
That was a heck of a play, Charlie. He got in there, was able to punch that ball out. One hell of a play, and really a great way to save that. The Indians are going to start in Marquette territory, and hopefully they'll be able to get some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, 7-0 here. Marquette Catholic in a game that feels like it's tied 0-0 right now. Both these teams are having battles in these trenches bunch of turnovers already. JC's rolling out right. He's going to pass, and it's going to be, see what they mark it. They're going to say it's complete to Javante Payne. What a way to get that toe in.
Yeah, Payne really, he stretched on the sideline, was able to get his foot in. That was a really nice play from Payne.
Little pirouette right there for Javante Payne. So now the Indians are pushing down the field. They're at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a snap for JC. JC's passing again. It seems like he might keep it. He will. JC's going to get pushed out of bounds, maybe for a loss of 1 on that play. Might have got pushed to the 40. We're going to call it a loss of 2, so 3rd and 3.
Yeah, JC really didn't have anything there. He rolled to the right side. All the Explorer defenders were over on this side. Maybe if he could have kicked it back out left, he'd have had some room, but there was nothing there for him. Big 3rd down.
And here comes this Hayti offense who's been embattled today. They've had a couple sloppy fumbles that they turned over, and then they've also had some looks that got penalized. So Isaiah up the gut. It's going to be right around a 1st down.
Yep, they're going to give him the 1st down, Charlie. Isaiah ran hard for it, and he got it by nose.
And it's time to move those chains for the Indians. 1st down, and see what they do here. They're going quick. It's going to be a pass to number 4, Jeremy Alexander, who's going to be taken down, and the ball's out, but the whistle was blown.
Yeah, a little bubble screen over there to Alexander. Not a bad play. Hayti got lucky there that the whistle did get blown because the Explorers, they're going after the ball there.
I mean, they are punching out the ball. They're playing physical here, the Explorers.
Yeah, they're a physical team. You can tell they're well coached, and they tackle really well as well.
I mean, absolutely. See what the Indians do here on 2nd down, though. JC motions a man. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be caught by Javante Payne. Javante has a seam, and Javante Payne is cutting right, and that's a touchdown, Indians. Javante Payne with the touchdown, bringing the Payne to the Explorers.
I tell you, Charlie, that was all Payne right there. There was a little pressure on Ford. He was able to kind of just hop it over where the DN was to get it to Payne. He made a couple cuts, and, buddy, he was gone.
I mean, absolutely. It looked like it was a jet sweep error there. The handoff messed up or something because JC kind of stopped, and then he cut through it to Javante, and Javante made the play right there. So now here comes Hayti to go for 2, trying to get a 1-point lead on the Explorers.
Yeah, Charlie, they don't have much of a kicking game. I think this is what we're going to see all day from the Indians. Oh, another pre-snap penalty.
And it's going to be on the Indians. It's going to be an illegal shift. Score is 6-7.
I fully expect them to go for it again, Charlie. Like I said, I haven't seen much of a kicking game out of the Indians this year. It's going to set them back 5 yards, but I tell you what, I'd look for JC to head to the air here. Try to hit Payne maybe on that right side. He's got man-to-man coverage.
Honestly, I'd call JC for a drop kick here. JC, empty set. He's passing. It's going to be a fade ball, and it's caught, dropped by Javante right as he went down.
He had the man-to-man coverage there. I think if Ford would have let that go just a hair earlier, I think he would have been able to get it, but the defender from the Explorers was able to face guard him and knock it out. So it's going to be 7-6 Explorers.
So, like you said, it's 7-6 Explorers here on the Boot Hill Sports Network, and we'll be right back with more Indian football after this.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Carruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network as it's 6-7 here. The Indians trail by 1, 6-7, 6-7. So, so Keanthony Taylor to kick off for the Indians, and we're back into some action here. That's going to be a far kick down to about the 21, trying to see who that is getting the return. That is Dante Longstreet, who's still on his feet. He gets past the 50, goes past the 45. What a return for Dante Longstreet. He has the touchdown for Marquette to put it up 7-6.
Yeah, Charlie, I think Longstreet's probably the most dynamic player the Explorers got. I wonder if Coach Robinson will want to kick deep to him again, because that was a heck of a return, and the Explorers are going to start Indians territories now.
Yeah, and look, after that touchdown and that turnover from Marquette, it really looked like Hayti had that momentum, and it seems like Longstreet might have just ran it back to them as they're within the 45, around the 43 now.
Yeah, Charlie, wing T, wishbone, whatever you'd like to call it, out of the shotgun. Here the Explorers get going again.
Eberlin snaps. It's going to be a handoff to Jack Ray. Jack Ray is going to get down for a couple yards there.
I tell you, Charlie, this offensive line from the Explorers is pretty stout. They're being able to knock some holes loose, and they're able. If you can get 4 yards of play, then you're doing well in football. I wouldn't quit with it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's been the motto of my games this year. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it comes here to Hayti. So now out of the wing tee again for the Explorers. Eberlin is going to snap. It's going to be trouble with the snap, and it's going to be a tackle for loss. Just getting onto the ball. That was a bad play all around. Anthony Taylor will be obviously credited with the tackle there.
Well, I tell you, the Explorers are lucky that ball didn't end up in Indians' hands. That looked like something out of an old school 80s blooper reel there.
Looked like it might have been on Come On Man about a decade ago with the way that they were hot potatoing the ball.
Man, that's a dangerous play when the ball gets bouncing around like that. The Explorers really caught a break by falling on it.
So let's see here, this third down. It's a 3rd and 15 for Marquette Catholic. See what Eberlin and Croft have in their bag of tricks. Eberlin's pressured, and that is Anthony Taylor. He was just wide open right there. No blocking. He was able to get there immediately on that bootleg.
Yeah, Charlie, I tell you, Anthony Taylor did not bite on that fake at all. It was interesting. That's one of the few times we've seen the Explorers break from that wing T wishbone look out of the shotgun, and it did not pay off well for them. Now they're going to have to kick to the Indians.
Yeah, that naked boot right there just didn't work at all for Eberlin, as Taylor was just right there. Say hi to him and tackle him to the ground. So the punt, it's going to be a low punt, and there's going to be a flag.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony Taylor from the Indians jumped that.
You're going to be offsides on the Indians. So all that it really says is that the punt can go possibly further.
Yeah, it was 4th and 20. It's going to be 4th and 15. They're still going to kick it, but coach is not going to like that from Anthony.
Yeah, that gives Hayti less field position potentially, and also less of a chance to return it because, I mean, you see it, big gold end zone right there if he gets a couple good bounces, but that ball is going to just bounce up and out of bounds at about the 14, or about the 16 actually. So.
Yeah, I think Love did the right thing by letting that go out of bounds. He could have jumped up and maybe tried to make a play on it, but it would have been risky, Charlie.
There's a big risk of him either getting cracked or him getting muff right there. Last night I saw Muff kick off of a kickoff in the Portageville-Crothersville game, so maybe he was watching a little bit of film to see not to jump right there.
Be interesting to see what the Indians do here. I personally would go to the air a little bit more. I think they've got some opportunities in man-to-man coverage out here against the Explorers.
I mean, you obviously got Javante, but you also have Anthony Taylor. It's going to be an option run for Isaiah Love, a pitch play that gets stopped up by Jack Ray, number 7.
Jack Ray is a gamer on both sides of the ball. He's a good athlete. You can tell quick pursuit to that, and Isaiah had nothing going.
Absolutely. And so now Hayti, it's a 2nd down and about 12 for the Indians. I mean, they are in the shadow of their own goalpost, basically. Here around the 14 now.
Yeah, Charlie, got to be careful when you're down here in your own territory like this. I think they'll probably stick to the run.
And it's going to be JC passing, actually. JC passes is going to go out of bounds, targeted to Javante. Right there. I mean, there's a lot of risk that you take, really, on a drive right here. I mean, first of all, you have the risk of just throwing a pick, just having a turnover in any way. But also, it's a short field for Marquette. So you have a turnover, Marquette's either in the end zone or right into the red zone.
Yeah, no doubt, Charlie. It'd be interesting to see what the Indians do here on third down. They went to the air on second. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do it again.
JC, he will go into the air like you said. He's getting pressured. He's going to get taken down. Wow. And they're going to call a flag on that tackle right there by trying to get the number. It's number 69 who has the sack, but number 50 came in, Aiden Hayes, and he kind of took the helmet of JC off a little bit. He kind of reached under his helmet on the tackle, so it's going to be 15 yards for Hayti, or 10 yards for Hayti. Maybe. Yeah, it will be 10 yards for Hayti. It's going to be face mask on the Explorers. I mean, that's just not the personal foul you want right there. You have Hayti deep into their own territory, basically forcing them to punt right there, and Aiden Hayes just makes a big mental mistake.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Coach Dickerson's not going to be happy with that play because they had the Indians stop there. But now we got a brand new set of downs for the Indians, and we'll see what they're able to do on offense.
So now JC with Isaiah behind him and Anthony out wide. Got the rest of the line bunched up here. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah. Isaiah, he's going to get hit by the Explorers, but he's still going to gain a couple yards there. I mean, that was a group of Explorers, including Jack Ray.
Yeah, Charlie, I think that was a read option play, but it looked like it took a little bit too much time to develop there. Isaiah really just didn't have anywhere to go. He's bottled up by the Explorers.
Now we got to see on the second down and second and medium here for second and 6 for the Indians. See what JC and Isaiah have. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah. It was a delayed handoff. That was actually pretty smart play right there, I feel like, for JC to wait for the handoff there, trying to fake out that Explorer right there.
Yeah, Charlie, it's flirting with disaster a little bit, though, if one of the D-backs or one of the DNs gets to him. But it did get him a little ground and a manageable third down coming up. 3rd
and 2 for the Indians now. See what they can do. They've been pretty topsy-turvy, really, with their third down conversions today. I believe they're about 2 for 3, 1 for 3 in that range. So, going to be JC. He's going to be rolling out left, and it seems like he's just going to keep it. But he's going to be taken back, and he's going to be taken down by a couple of Explorers, including number 15, Noah Minke, and number 7, Jack Ray. You're going to hear Jack Ray's name all day, it feels like, because he is either involved or directly the cause of a bunch of plays on both sides for the Explorers.
That's going to set up an interesting call, Charlie. I think the Indians, they're going to take a timeout here and think about it, but I would look for them to go to the air on this 4th down.
So they're going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout here on the Boot Hill Sports Network and be right back with this 4th and 5 for the Hayti Indians after this.
Looking for your next concrete job? Give Jones Concrete LLC a call at 573-724-2005. Specializing in flat work, driveways, patios, slabs, sidewalks, demolition, saw cutting, gravel, and dirt delivery available. No job is too small because we do it all. Jones Concrete LLC.
Welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network as the Marquette Catholic Explorers still lead the Hayti Indians 7-6, but Hayti has an interesting call here on this 4th and 5 with 3:38 to go in this half. So what do you think they're really going to do here?
Charlie, I think there's a real good chance that they're going to go run out of that same shotgun formation, see if they can get anything open, and if not, we may see a late kick from JC. I would look for Javante Payne. He is a handful to guard.
I mean, Javante, he's got the athletic prowess, but you can't forget about Anthony Taylor, tall, and it's going to be a flag. It's going to be a false start on the Indians, so we'll be going back 5 yards. It's going to be a 4th and 10. Got to expect JC has to pooch kick here.
Yeah, I think so, Charlie. That's a real bad penalty there on the Indians. JC was rolling out. Looked like he had Payne open. That's just a real, shoot yourself in the foot type of play.
I mean, absolutely. Now, let's see what the Indians do here. It looks like they are in punt formation, but can never discount the Indians faking a punt. They have some trick plays, but it will be a punt for JC, and that's going to be skied in the air, going to bounce about at the 48, going to bounce at the 46, and it's going to be stopped at about the 44.5 for the Indians. So now the Explorers have not really short, they have medium field.
Yeah, Charlie, that's only about a 20-yard punt, maybe a little bit more on that. You'd like to see more out of the kick from the Indians. It's going to give the Explorers a short field with 3:24 left. Also, if you remember, the Indians took the opening kick here, so this is a chance for the Explorers to get 2 for 1.
Yeah, this is really a 2-for-1 opportunity, like you said. The Indians just they wanted the ball because they wanted to see what they can do, and they had a fumble on that drive, and then the Explorers got stopped on their drive, and it's been really a battle of the trenches so far. I mean, Javonte Payne has a receiving touchdown, yes, but it's been mostly the run games here. So Eberlin is going to snap the ball. It's going to be a handoff to Croft. Croft going up the middle, but there is just nothing but black and gold right there. I saw Anthony Taylor getting involved on that tackle.
Yeah, that was Anthony, and it looked like Jaden Malone in there with him. There was just nothing there for the Explorers. Good job for the Indians defensive line.
Yeah, so now here for the Indians, it's an interesting, or for the Explorers too, it's an interesting second down call because they've been live or die really by the run today, but I wouldn't be surprised if Eberlin passes. But it looks like they're going to be out of this wishbone wing tee.
Yeah, Charlie, I think they'll stick to the ground here. That's where they've had most of their success.
It's going to be Eberlin. It's going to be a handoff to Jack Ray, who's going to be taken down by Anthony Taylor and Tamron Turner.
And once again, a good job from the Indians defense containing on the sideline, sealing the edge, making sure there was nothing there for Ray. That's going to bring up a third down, Charlie, and if the Indians can get another stop here, they'll have another shot at trying to get some points before the end of the first half.
Absolutely. I just want to shout out one thing. Tamron Turner's club he has. That's some old-school 80s football right there, if anything.
Yeah, he's got a banged-up hand, but nothing's keeping him out of the game. He's got a whole roll of ace wrap on that thing.
That is an insane amount of wrapping on your hand. So now 3rd and 12 for the Explorers, but it's going to be a timeout called by Marquette Catholic. So with under 2 minutes to go in this first half, Hayti is down 7-6. We'll be right back with this third down after this.
Looking for your next concrete job? Give Jones Concrete LLC a call at 573-724-2005. Specializing in flat work, driveways, patios, slabs, sidewalks, demolition, saw cutting, gravel, and dirt delivery available. No job is too small because we do it all. Jones Concrete LLC.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network as the Explorers of Marquette Catholic in Alton, Illinois have a crucial third down here. This 2-for-1 chance. They don't really want to let it go away. But the Indians defense, since that Dante Longstreet touchdown, has looked strong.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Charlie. This is the biggest play of the game right here for the Indians. Look for them to, the Explorers to possibly put this ball in the air. I think the Indians are made for the task, though. They've been able to get good pressure on the quarterback all day. We'll see how it goes.
They have a safety back, the Indians do. That's number 3, Dwayne Grant. Out deep, they don't want anything in the air here. Eberlin's going to be passing. He will. Eberlin's going for a slant. He's caught. That's Jack Ray. It's going to be caught. He loses the football at the end of the play, but he's going to be down. Tackled by Tamron Turner there. So it's a 4th and short for the Explorers. They have to go for it here.
Yeah, I like that play call from Coach Dickerson. A little slant across the middle, make it a more manageable 4th down. Clock's still running here. It's going to be 4th and 3, Charlie. And I would look for them to go back to that bruising back. Jack Ray is who I would call this play for.
You'd call it for Jack Ray? I think I'd call it for Jordan Croft, honestly. Either way, I mean, Marquette has some dogs on their team, but we'll figure out about those dogs after this timeout. So we're going to stay right here on this fourth down timeout. So really, the story of this game so far has been the run game for both teams. Marquette running out of that wing tee. The one time that they tried to pass deep, it got picked off by Javante Payne, so it's kind of shied them away from doing it for the rest of the game.
Well, that and penalties, Charlie. The Indians have really shot themselves in the foot. There was that long run from Isaiah that got brought back. There's been a lot of pre-snap penalties here. I feel like the Indians are on the verge of busting one, but they've got to quit committing these penalties. I can see Coach on the sideline. He's not happy with that. No coach would be. If the Indians can get a stop here, though, minute 15 on the clock, anything could happen. We know how quick they can score.
I mean, absolutely. Hayti also has 2 timeouts, so they're doing a better job with time management as well. That was a big issue of the Battle of the Boot Hill game. By this point in the first half, they have already called all 3 of their timeouts last week. So, I mean, this has been an improvement in time management right here. So, fourth down, Eberlin's going to be handing off to Croft. Croft is trying to push. It looks like, I don't think he got it.
No, Charlie, I think he's a little bit short on that play. We'll see where they spot the ball. Nice call. They did go to Croft, but I believe, from my vantage point, he looked like he was about half a football short.
Eberlin's coming off the field, so who knows? I mean, it's close. It's going to be an official timeout, so they're bringing out the sticks to see what's going on here.
Yeah, the old chain gang going to get a little action here. Like I said, I'm looking at it. I've got a real good vantage point right in front of me. I feel like he's short. It's not by much, but they might have got a sort of generous spot on the ball. We'll see here.
Yeah, it looked like to me he got down around the 46, but they're marking it kind of at the 45. So out comes Javante Payne to check.
Short by a nose, I believe.
And he's going to be short. It's Indian football. Turnover on downs on that run for Jordan Croft. So just like that, the Indians have a medium field for themselves. And here comes J.C. Ford, Isaiah Love, Javante Payne, Keanthony Taylor.
I tell you, Charlie, that's a great stop from the Indians' defense. Give your offense a chance to get some points on the board, really flip the momentum in this game. Coach Robinson's got to be proud of the way his defense stood up on that drive.
I mean, the defense in the second quarter especially have been stout today. It's been very impressive. So now there's going to be a flag on this play, and the Indians once again are just doing damage to themselves, it feels like.
Not sure what we got here. This may be a sideline infraction. It looked like it was possibly an illegal shift from the Indians, but I don't know. There's some conversation going with Coach Dickerson. We'll see what the refs say.
And Coach Dickerson, I'm just going to say, he looks a little Lane Kiffin-esque over there with the visor and the professional wear. It's going to be a sideline infraction, I'm pretty sure. Sideline warning on the Explorers right there.
Yeah, they get one of those, and if they get another one, that's going to be a penalty.
So now here comes JC rolling out right. JC's going to be passing to a wide open Javante Payne. He gets a good block there. He's going. He's going to the 30 now. He tries to cut right. He's still on his feet. He gets down to about the 23, and there's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that flag was. I'm hoping that for the Indians it wasn't a hold or a block in the back, because that play took a long while to materialize. Payne making all kinds of moves.
I want to talk about that block by Thomas Hightower there on that catch.
Fantastic block that freed Payne up. It looks like it's going to be Indian ball.
And it looks like it might go deeper than what we thought.
Face mask penalty on the Explorers, so that's going to add a little insult to injury there.
So now Hayti are in the red zone here at the teepee. 54 seconds remain in the half. So here come the Indians. It's going to be a jet sweep to Isaiah Love. Isaiah's pushing. He's going to get down to the 5, and I think that D-Rob should call a timeout here.
Yeah, coach is going to call a timeout. That was a heck of a gutsy run from Love. He broke a couple tackles, and that's going to give the Indians a first and goal there, Charlie.
It will, and D-Rob's going to call a timeout for the Indians. So now, here on this first and goal, what do they call up here to see what they can do?
Well, Charlie, he's got a timeout, so he can go to the ground. He's got options here. The problem is if you go to the ground and you don't get in that first time, then you got to really consider about airing it out a few times. There's a little bit of time on the clock, though. I think that the playbook's open.
I mean, one thing that they were good at last week in the Battle of the Boot Hill was the fade balls in the red zone there. I mean, when you have a 6'5" junior in Anthony Taylor, and, I mean, Javante Payne's 5'11", so he's not that short either. I mean, they can catch these balls. They can jump up in the air.
Yeah, as we've seen on the basketball court, Payne's got some vertical, and I'm telling you right now, if they leave him man-to-man, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a shot at that fade route again. But with the one timeout, they do got options. It looks like we're going to be first and goal from the 6. I wouldn't be surprised they try a run here, Charlie, and then maybe go to the air after that.
Who do you think? Do you think it's going to be Isaiah? Do you think it's going to be a jet sweep, or do you think JC keeps it?
Well, I don't know. They've had trouble getting to the edge there. We'll see what kind of formation they lined in. If we see motion, I'd be aware of the jet sweep.
I think it could be a quarterback run for JC here. Looks empty set, so he's just going to be passing right away. He rolls out right. JC's trying to get a man, but he's going to keep it, and there's going to be a flag on the play. JC's going to get down to about the 2, but we got to assess the flag.
Yeah, Charlie, I think that's going to be a hold on the Indians. That's just another bad penalty if that's the case. JC, I think if he would have taken off and just tried, I think he could have possibly got to the end zone. It's all going to be a moot point now, though.
There's going to be holding on the Explorers, so it's first down for the Indians again.
Wow, that is a big call there. I didn't see it. I guess as the play was taken on, somebody must have held to keep somebody from getting open there.
I think it might have been on Javante because he kind of was out there in the middle as JC, he looked at him, faked the throw. So here come the Indians at the 2 now. It's 1st and 2. The clock is running. We are under 30 seconds in the first half. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Love, and Isaiah shows the love to the end zone. Touchdown, Hayti.
Yeah, that's just good old smash mouth football, halfback dive right up the middle. He pounces into the end zone, and now we'll have the Indians go for a 2-point conversion to try to turn this into a 14-7 ball game.
So now after that touchdown, Hayti leads by 5, and of course, they go for 2 mostly every play.
Yeah, Charlie, I don't think they have a kicking game as far as that goes, and that's fine. A lot of high school teams don't around here, and a lot of statisticians will tell you it's better to go for 2 anyway. Modern football.
It is. It's that new analytical approach. And with that, though, we'll take a timeout here as the Indians take a timeout on the Boot Hill Sports Network, and we'll be right back after this.
Tri-State Mobile Concrete, LLC. Whether you need 1 yard or 200 yards, we can deliver the concrete to you, mix it on site with one of our state-of-the-art volumetric concrete mixers. Our mixers carry the material on site and only mix what you need. You only pay for what you need. That's right, fresh concrete mixed on site. Tri-State Mobile Concrete is here to serve our customers. We're available 24/7, normal business hours, 7 to 5, Monday through Friday, 7 to 12 on Saturdays. We know what it takes to offer great customer service that can't be beat. So give us a call at Tri-State Mobile Concrete at 573-359-8023.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. Do you have some scoring updates from college football that you want to give out?
Yeah, just real quick. It looks like Vandy's up 31-24 on LSU with 8:55 left in the game. As we go back to Indian football here, 2-point conversion try. Charlie, it'd be interesting to see if they go back to that fade route.
But it's going to be a handoff to Isaiah. I think Marquette was expecting that fade. So 14-7 now. The Indians lead the Explorers 14-7. Isaiah Love gets an octopus here. He scores the 6. He scores the 2. He's got 8 now points-wise.
Charlie, he could have drove a semi-truck through that hole. There was no Explorers there. Like you said, I think they were biting on a fade route or something. That's a big 2-point conversion and a big drive for the home team here.
Yeah, especially now that Hayti, Hayti does not get the ball after halftime. They elected to receive at the first half, so Marquette gets it. So this is a big deal for the Indians here.
It was all set up by that defensive stop from the Indians, then a nice offensive drive. Getting back to Indian football, to be honest with you, really like what I've seen out of the Indians on that drive. If they can keep that up, I expect that they can do some damage here.
Absolutely. Let's see what they do here. Don't forget, there's still 24.8 on the clock. Anything can happen in high school football. I don't know the type of mystical magic that Isha has in Illinois, unlike Misha football. So it's going to be a short kick, and it's going to be muffed, and the Indians are going to get it. I'm pretty sure the Indians just got that ball. Marquette's saying they have it, but it really looked like Hayti got it.
They're saying the Explorers have it. It looked like the Indians fell on it for a minute, but it must have popped back out. That could have been a huge play because Coach Robinson could have had a couple tosses at the end zone there. Instead, the Explorers are going to take over with about 20 seconds left on the clock, Charlie. I don't expect to see anything razzle-dazzle here. Maybe a little run to the side, and I think they're going to be happy to get it to the locker room.
I mean, that was number 14, Grady Deerking, on the muffed kickoff there. I mean, it just looks like it bounced off his knee. He didn't get the trajectory right.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that. That was a nice actual special teams call from the Indians there.
I mean, absolutely. And that's something that tripped up the Tigers last week was those short little onside squibs. It's going to be, they're trying for a double pass. It's going to be a sack for Anthony Taylor on Jack Ray. It looked like Jack Ray was going for a pass there.
Yeah, it looked like the coaching staff from the Explorers were going to try a little halfback pass. Problem was the Indians were all over it. He had 15 streaking down the field. If he would have had a little time, he might have been able to do something with that, but we're going to go to the halftime.
And now that it's halftime, it's 14 Hayti, 7 Marquette Catholic. So we'll take a break. We'll talk about the halftime, and then it should be almost time for more action. For Charlie Duckworth and Matt Duckworth, we are the Boot Hill Sports Network, and we'll be right back after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey, are you doing a jailhouse rock and would much rather be having a house party? You can call Moss Bell Bonds at 573-359-4935 or 573-333-2916. They're available 24 hours a day. Also having a payment plan and credit cards accepted. You can make bail 1 minute from jail. Freedom loss, call Moss. Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Carollasville and at 511 East Elm in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Carollasville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Carollasville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Carollasville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Carollasville tradition.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Has your home renovation project got you down in the dumps with nowhere to put the junk? Well, give Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters a call at 573-359-8023. Locally owned and operated by Brad Jones and Tyler Brooks. Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpster LLC offers 20, 30, and 40-yard dumpsters, 7 to 30-day rentals, and long-term commercial contracts, serving Southeast Missouri, Northeast Arkansas, and West Tennessee. Once again, that's Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters at 573-359-8023.
Welcome back to the TP, as Mark calls it here on the Boot Hill Sports Network. We're in Hayti today. It's a Saturday kickoff. The Indians currently lead the Marquette Catholic Explorers 14-7. So, just getting into this game so far, I mean, really, it's an interesting game to say the least right now. I mean, Marquette that first quarter looked like they were the better team, and then it's just turned around, and Hayti this second quarter have looked very impressive.
Yeah, Charlie, I think that defensive stand from Hayti really was huge. A lot of penalties early on for Hayti. Kind of shot themselves in the foot on quite a few plays. But that last drive really looked like the Hayti Indians team that we saw last week against Crothersville.
Absolutely. I know you have a scoring breakdown. So how have these points, these 21 combined points, come onto the field?
Well, beginning off with Dante Longstreet from the Marquette Explorers, had a 20-yard run for a touchdown. He's got a lot of speed. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of him in the second half. Indians were able to follow that up with a Javante Payne 15-yard touchdown. And then after that defensive stand that I was telling you about, Charlie, the Indians capped off a really, really methodical drive with a 2-yard touchdown run from Isaiah Love, followed up by a 2-point conversion from Love.
And, I mean, you mentioned that it's windy. It still is a little windy outside, but if Marquette has to, I mean, their kicker on that PAT, he booted it to a couple houses, it felt like. So,
yeah, Charlie, I think that is a threat. If it gets down to a close game, that's one thing that the Explorers have that the Indians don't, is this kid looks like he could possibly kick a field goal. But hopefully for the Tribe, it won't come to that. Hopefully Coach Robinson's defense will come out playing like they did on that last drive, and they'll be able to get the ball back. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, let's rip the Band-Aid off a little bit here. So last night, you obviously know Hayti is a member of the SEMO South Conference. That conference has been won. There's nothing to play for next week when the Indians play Malden, except for a better Class 1, District 1 spot where they, I believe, are currently second place or third place in the district to Saxony Lutheran, who's on top right now. They played Marquette Catholic and lost that game earlier this year. I don't know how the points distribution works against a out-of-state team. Do you know?
No, I'm not familiar with that, Charlie. I'm not sure how the classifications work on that. This is what I do know. After watching the Indians play the Tigers last week, I think that they could still be a threat in this district in Class 1. They've got a lot of athletes. They were just hit with the injury bug early on. And Coach Robinson's got the pedigree. He's got a state title under his belt. I would not be surprised to see the Indians rip off a run here. Like I said in the pregame, I think they're probably about the best 2-5 team in the state.
I mean, absolutely. Last week, they looked like they were the state-ranked team against the Tigers for most of that game. I mean, J.C. Ford came out back from his shoulder injury and just was out there slinging the ball like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, Charlie, it was one of the better the Battle of the Boot Hills that I've seen, and I've seen quite a few of them over my years. I was really impressed with the offense from Coach Robinson. I spoke to him after the game, and he was just happy to get his kids healthy, happy to give a really strong performance against their rival there.
So right now, looking at the bracket for Class 1, District 1 at least, Saxony Lutheran's on top with 44 points. They're 3-4 this year. They've played a lot of big teams, though. They've been helped a lot by that schedule. Charleston, who's 5-3, are second. Portageville, who's 4-4, you saw last night on the Boot Hill Sports Network, they are third. Hayti, 2-5, they are fourth. But I mean, if they get a win here today, plus I'm going to assume Marquette Catholic has to be a big school, maybe. Then they would probably jump over Portageville in the standings, and then Malden, poor Malden.
Yeah, with the exception of Malden, Charlie, I think that district is it's pretty wide open, to be honest with you. I know Charleston got a victory last night. Portageville played the Tigers pretty well. They've got some weapons on their team. The Indians definitely have some weapons as long as they can play disciplined football. And Saxony Lutheran, even though I haven't had a look at them this year, just from the fact that Marquette beat them by a couple touchdowns, I think the Indians, they stand as good a chance as anybody in this district.
I mean, absolutely, and you really got to think, if Hayti can play like this for the rest of the season, win district, they might be a threat in Class 1.
Yeah, now that the vaunted Valley Catholic Warriors are no longer a Class 1 team, it's kind of opened up the outlook here of Missouri football. For years, when you had Valley there in Class 1, they were winning state title after state title. Now with them moved up to, I believe, Class 3, it's a whole different ball game in Class 1. And typically, when you go out west in the larger classes, you get a lot of talent. In Class 1, it's a little iffy, and I think a school like Hayti, with the athletes they have, if they could put it all together, there could be a chance at a threat.
I mean, there's one school, though, that stands in the way of Hayti, really, in Class 1 for sure, and that's 8-0 Thayer, who the Indians played last year. I mean, they have just been a take-everything-and-leave team. Last night, they shut out Willow Springs 69-0. So, I mean, they are suited up every game, ready to play. But I wouldn't doubt Hayti against anyone right now because just how dynamic their offense looks when they're fully healthy.
Yeah, Charlie, when they get their pass game going, they're really a tough team to stop, as Crowsville saw last week. It's a lot of football to be played, and I think today, getting out of here with a victory would be big for Hayti moving forward.
I mean, absolutely. And I know you're itching over there to give us some scoring updates from the wacky world of college football. So what's it looking like right now for the people that are tuning into Hayti over some pretty big games so far in this early window?
Well, son, it looks like Vanderbilt is up 31-24 with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter over LSU. Vandy also has the ball in LSU territory. So it looks like Diego Pavia may be having another signature win. It looks like Georgia Tech is up 19-10 over Duke right now. That's also in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left. Then we've got Oklahoma is up 17-7 over South Carolina, third quarter with about 6 minutes left. I'm a big college football fan, and my alma mater, Ole Miss, has a huge game against Georgia today in Athens, hoping to be able to pull home the second straight victory against Georgia. But I tell you one thing, Ole Miss has not beat Georgia in Athens since 1996, so it could be wishful thinking. But I would sure like to see my Rebels pull that off. And then tonight, I think you and I both know it's the third Saturday in October. So that means the Crimson Tide will be hosting the Tennessee Volunteers. I look for fireworks in that game. Tennessee, one of the most explosive offenses in the nation. Alabama coming off 3 big victories. We couldn't ask for anything more.
I mean, absolutely. We couldn't get anything more. We are truly blessed on this Saturday right here. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. It's just a little bit too hot for an October day. But you know what? That's fine. We got some good football on right now. There's some good football all day today in high school athletics and college athletics. So we're going to take a short break and be right back with 8.5 left in halftime. So we'll be back with some more halftime analysis after this.
Tri-State Mobile Concrete, LLC. Whether you need 1 yard or 200 yards, we can deliver the concrete to you, mix it on site with one of our state-of-the-art volumetric concrete mixers. Our mixers carry the material on site and only mix what you need. You only pay for what you need. That's right, fresh concrete mixed on site. Tri-State Mobile Concrete is here to serve our customers. We're available 24/7. Normal business hours, 7 to 5, Monday through Friday, 7 to 12 on Saturdays. We know what it takes to offer great customer service that can't be beat. So give us a call at Tri-State Mobile Concrete at 573-359-8023.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Caruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Caruthersville tradition.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville and at 511 East Elm in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Caruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537.
Has your home renovation project got you down in the dumps with nowhere to put the junk? Well, give Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters a call at 573-359-8023. Locally owned and operated by Brad Jones and Tyler Brooks. Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpster LLC offers 20, 30, and 40-yard dumpsters, 7 to 30-day rentals, and long-term commercial contracts, serving Southeast Missouri, Northeast Arkansas, and West Tennessee. Once again, that's Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters at 573-359-8023.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. As the referees are starting to come out, so that's usually a sign that it's time for both teams to come out. So before we talk a little bit more about just football in general, I'm going to read off the final scores of last night's games all around the state of Missouri. So Crowsville beat Porterville 48-14 to clinch the SEMO South Conference title. Poplar Bluff beat Kennett 34-8. This has been a Bluff team all year that's been just struggling to find their footing, and they finally got one last night. Sykeston, another team struggling to find their footing this year, 38-18 they beat New Madrid. Charleston 41, East Prairie 14. That was a district matchup. Malden at Veritas Christian today. Don't have an update on that. That game's going on right now though. Saxony Lutheran over Massac County in Illinois 42-28. Doniphan and Granite City 21-13. Kelly and Luther in St. Charles 13-6. Park Hills beat Dexter 22-21 in what sounds like a game of the night contender. Valley beat Bowling Green 56-6. St. John beat Jefferson and Festus 55-14. St. Vincent beat Grandview 44-12. And in this battle of the St. Pius X of Kansas City and Festus, KC won 48 to Festus's 20. So a bunch of spread out, results overall. A lot of these teams are finally, it feels like, starting to find their footing, but it might be a little too late for a team like Poplar Bluff or a team like Sykeston, who have taken their lumps a whole lot this year.
Yeah, Charlie, the most telling score I see from all that is that Park Hills-Dexter game. That must have been a heck of a matchup between two real juggernauts of the state. One thing else I want to mention.
Well, I do want to mention that it was 21-7 Dexter at one point in that game. So Park Hills just came in and scored a 2-point conversion at the end of the game, it seems.
Well, the Park Hills Rebels have always been a tough football team and a state contender. So that was Dexter's first loss of the year, wasn't it, Charlie?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big loss there, but we'll see if they can right the ship. As we're getting ready for second half football, there's one thing I did want to mention when I was talking about college football. Charlie's future alma mater and my good buddy Mark Manley's favorite team, Missouri, has a tough challenge as they head down to Jordan-Hare tonight to face Auburn. A lot on the line in that game. Charlie, I truly believe if Missouri goes down there and beats them, old Coach Freeze that used to coach my old ball team, I think we may see him on the buyout list that we've been seeing recently.
You know, there's a lot of hot seats in college football right now. You got the big one in Florida right now, the seat that's been hot somehow, some way for 3 years and have not cooled down one single bit, Billy Napier. Then you obviously have a man like Hugh Freeze who just really has not been able to get it going with Auburn. He has his moments there, and then it just goes away. One that I want to look at just a little bit, not on a contract buyout or a hot seat, but someone trying to move up. My hot take is that I think Jeff Lebby might get a job somewhere else from Mississippi State. I think he's using it as a stepping stone. They've had a decent year this year, and I think the first chance he gets, he's gone.
You may be right there, Charlie. They've got a battle with the aforementioned Florida Gators tonight. That'll be an interesting one to see if Billy can keep his job a little more. As we watch these two teams from Hayti and Marquette get on the field, Charlie, I really wonder if this second half is going to play out like that first half. I think the Indians really got some momentum there at the end of that half. It'll be interesting to see if they can get a defensive stop and get the ball back and get that explosive offense back on the field.
I think the biggest question is the defense, because those last three drives, really, the defense looked like they were unstoppable. But then you look earlier in the game, and really they had a few good tackles, a few good sacks, a few for a loss as well. But it just really wasn't clicking in that first quarter. It feels like something happened in that second quarter. I want to know really what Coach D-Rop and also what Coach Dickerson over there for Marquette said at halftime, because, really, it's not a tale of two teams. Both teams are playing almost the same way. Run heavy, and then if we have to, we'll pass it.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Charlie. What I've seen out of Marquette is if they can't control the clock by running the ball, then I think they're going to have a little tougher time throwing it than Hayti is. A lot of talent in that secondary from Hayti. A player I want to watch in this second half is Key Anthony Taylor on defense. Last drive on defense, he was able to bust loose a few times, make a couple big plays. If he's continuing to do that, he's going to cause headaches for Marquette in this second half.
Going to cause headaches, but not bigger than a headache that someone in Baton Rouge has right now. Brian Kelly just lost to Vanderbilt.
Well, the legend of Diego Pavia is alive and well. He's the one guy that I would love to see play college football for the rest of his life. He is so excited.
I guarantee you Brian Kelly's headache is bigger than the headache of anyone that does not like penalties today, because there's been a lot of penalties as well. You look at that, I believe it was Haytai's second drive of the game. Isaiah Love pitch option there, speed option, and flag gets called. Originally there was a horse collar, but they also called a hold on the Indians. So now both teams are coming out ready to play. It's time for Hayti to kick it off. So we're going to switch this little quarter thing in our score bug to the third quarter, and it's going to be time for some action here in Hayti. So Hayti getting their kicking team out. I don't see. Now I see Keanthony. I was like, I don't see Keanthony. He's kind of hard to miss. He's 6'5".
He's a big, tall kid, Charlie, and he's a talented ball player. On the defensive side, he's really come loose, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a little damage on both sides of the field.
Absolutely. He was the not distributor. He was the person that got a lot of those fade balls last week. He was the main creator of those plays after the wonderful passes by JC. So I want to see Keanthony also, like you said, get in more in this second half, or get more involved here.
Yeah, the Indians got multiple weapons. It's just a matter of getting the ball to them and getting them out in open field. Good things will happen if that happens for Coach Robinson's team. They just got to play mistake-free football.
I mean, absolutely. Keanthony coming out to put the ball on the tee. And so you know what that means. It's time for second half action here in Pemiscot County, here in Hayti, Missouri, at the TP. Keanthony goes up, he runs up, and we're off. Little squib right here that's going to be picked up by number 9, Cam Jones. Jones is going left. Jones is going to get down to the 39. And Marquette Catholic, their sideline's fired up after that return.
Yeah, pretty good field position to start off this second half. Hayti trying that up kick again. This one's handled a little bit better by the Explorers. Be interesting to see if they're going to stick to this wishbone offense. It's been leading to some good gains, but nothing really explosive.
I want to see them sway away from the wishbone a little bit here. I want to see.
Well, you got your wish right here as they're lining up in the single back shotgun.
They got Croft behind Eberlin. Eberlin's going to hand it off to Croft. Now Croft is going to cut up the middle. He gets a couple jukes. He stays on his feet after that hit. I mean, how does he do that?
Well, Charlie, that's just football 101. If you're a ball carrier, you got to keep those feet moving, and that's exactly what Croft did on that play.
I mean, he took a big hit, and he stayed up on his feet for a couple seconds there. That was insane to look at. So on this second and short here, see what the Explorers call up. I wouldn't even be surprised if Eberlin takes this himself.
Yeah, that or go back to Croft. They're back lined up in that single back out of the shotgun. Got three receivers on the far side, one over here on our side.
I want to highlight that matchup on our side because it looks good, but it's going to be a screen pass here to Dante Longstreet. I mean, you said you wanted to see Longstreet get involved a little bit more, and you thought he would. He's getting involved on the second play of the half.
Yeah, on that play, Keanthony Taylor crashed in on the quarterback, and he just made a nice toss over to the open receiver, kind of a bubble screen type play. Very smart football from the Explorers.
And absolutely, and it's first down for the Explorers in Hayti territory now. They are attacking. They are at the 47-yard line. Eberlin's going to snap. It's going to be another handoff to Croft. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, Croft gets a nice run for a few yards there, 3 to 4.
Yeah, Charlie, that's just good, tough football through the middle. This kid is very, very, very disciplined, very nice to watch, keeps his feet moving. He's got a low center of balance. That's just strong smash mouth football.
I mean, absolutely. Let's see what the Indians do here, though, or the Explorers do here, what the Indians adjust defensively. So now Eberlin with Croft behind him still. Eberlin, it's going to be a pitch play to Croft. Croft stiff arms Taylor, but he doesn't go anywhere. Gets back maybe to the original line of scrimmage there as he gets swarmed by a few Indians.
That was Jaden Malone, Charlie, that came in and really cleaned that up. Keanthony got through, kind of slowed him down, and Malone came through and laid the boom.
I mean, absolutely. That got 5 big booms out of me right there. Boom, 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 boom. So now on this third down, it's 3rd and 9 here for the Explorers. You know, they've been running the ball a lot, and obviously Eberlin threw a pick in that first half, but I feel like they got to throw here. He's got Longstreet in motion, and that was Ethan McLeod jumping right there. Seems like it was definitely a pass play.
Well, that's going to turn that 3rd and 9 into a 3rd and 14, and that's really going to put the pressure on the Explorers to go to the air here. We'll see if Coach Robinson and KC and everybody draw up a blitz. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to get some pressure on Eberlin here, Charlie.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I feel like they might rush all 5 here. You know, they have Keanthony on the edge on one side, and then on the other side they have Thomas Hightower, who is in the upper echelon of sack artists this year. He has, I believe, 6.5 or 7 right now. Eberlin's passing. Eberlin's going up the middle. That's Dante Longstreet. Longstreet's still on his feet, and he is close to the first down marker. It might be 4th and 1, though, 4th and inches.
No, I think he got that first down there, Charlie. That was a beautifully drawn up play. No, they are going to say it's 4th down. That was a beautifully thrown pass across the middle.
It's 4th and the length of the football for the Explorers from Alton.
Wonder, Charlie, if they're going to line up in a big set and hand it off to Croft here.
I feel like they have to here. He's their power back, but they're going mostly wide. They have single back in shotgun here.
Look for this ball to go straight up the middle with Croft.
Eberlin snaps. It's to Croft. Croft has a sea of Indians. He breaks 1 tackle, but he's going negative yards, and he's going to get tackled out of bounds. There's 3 flags on the play. There's different color flags on the play as well.
Yeah, Charlie, I think we got a hold on the Explorers there. That was some great pursuit from the Indians.
I think it might be a block in the back.
You called it, Charlie.
Yeah, I think it was a block in the back on the Explorers because I saw one of their receivers come in and just hit a Hayti defender in the back.
Well, I feel like Coach Dickerson and the Explorers got a little bit too predictable there. I mean, it was obvious that ball was going to Croft up the middle, and the Indians knew it as well.
Maybe they don't have it in their playbook, but maybe they should install a single, or not even a single back look, but a under center look there and try and get Eberlin over the line. Eberlin is, 5'11". Now, here comes the Hayti offense. J.C. Ford leads them out. Ford passing, first play. Javante's overthrown. He had Javante right there. If they would have made that connection, that would have been 6 for 6.
Yeah, he had a step on him, Charlie. It looked like Javante might have got off the line just a little bit early. No call on it, but he definitely had a step on the D back. If that throw would have been there, that would have been easy pay dirt for the Tribe.
I mean, I'm glad we saw the same thing there because it looked like either that snap was a little too up in the air or Javante went early there, but they're not going to call it. I mean, it was right there with the snap too, so who knows? 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. It's going to be JC. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah on the left, and Isaiah breaks a tackle, and he might go all the way, and he's going to get taken down. That's going to be a horse collar. There's going to be no flag on the play.
There's a flag back here at the 50, unfortunately, Charlie, and I'm afraid that this long run from the Indians is going to come back due to a hold.
That's interesting. And we kind of felt like that last big Isaiah run down to the 20 where they're not going to call that horse collar, but he was in that collar.
Oh, it was absolutely a horse collar tackle on that play that wasn't called, but the hold is going to end up tripping the Indians back on another big play from Love.
Yeah, and so now the Indians just kick themselves in the rear end again and have to go back just a couple yards. At least it's 2nd and 12 now for Hayti. JC with Isaiah behind him. Or that's not Isaiah, that's actually Jeremy Alexander behind him. He's going to be passing JC. He throws, he gets hit as he throws, and that ball's batted up in the air. Tip drill incomplete. It looked like that ball was dangerously close to getting picked.
Yeah, Charlie, that was a dangerous throw into double coverage, trying to hit the 6'5" receiver out there, Anthony Taylor, but he did throw it into double coverage. It got popped up. JC's lucky that didn't get picked by the Explorers.
I mean, he's absolutely lucky. That was, first of all, it looked like it might get picked on the original throw, but then it got tipped up in the air, and there were 3 Explorers for 1 Indian right there. That was a bad ratio.
Yeah, I think he was keyed in on Anthony there. Might have should have took another look.
Now here comes JC. He's got Isaiah behind him now. Isaiah's back in the game. JC snapping. Doesn't get a handoff, so he has to make something out of nothing and cannot.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion on that play. I think Isaiah might have supposed to have took a play action. I don't know. That looked like that was a busted play for sure, and the Indians are back to shooting themselves in the foot, Charlie. They're going to have to get it together here if they're going to get away with a victory today.
I mean, absolutely. It just feels like right now they aren't able to really progress, because it feels like they go 3 steps forward, or maybe if you want to say it, like 30 yards forward, and then they get called back and they have to go like 10 yards back. So now JC punts, risky punt, and that ball is going to just bounce for the Indians. That's a beauty right there. That ball's going to bounce within the 15 to the 13 as it's recovered by Jeremy Alexander, but J.C. Ford, with the wind behind him, he just kicked a beauty of a punt.
Yeah, Charlie, that was over a 50-yard punt. Caught a real generous bounce there. Nobody back for the Explorers, and that's going to flip the field in a good way for the Tribe.
And the one thing Hayti's been really good at is this defense today. So, I mean, can their defense keep the hot hand? Either stop Marquette Catholic, make them punt within the shadow of their own goalposts, or even better for them, a safety or an interception for a touchdown or a scoop and score maybe.
Interesting that Coach Dickerson has went away from that wishbone. Now we're back to that single back formation.
Looks like Hayti's going to bring the pressure here. Croft's going to run, though. Croft is going to get tackled. He goes up and he goes down right there.
That was a heck of a tackle for Isaiah Love there. Went low, was able to get the feet out from under Croft and possibly saved a first down.
Looks like Isaiah's walking with a little bit of a limp, though. Maybe he's just a little banged up on just the overall workload he's had today. I mean, he's had some pretty big runs and then also 2 horse collar tackles on him, so I too would be hurt.
Going back to that wishbone formation, we'll see what the Explorers get out of it.
And they're going to give it to a wing back there. That's Dante Longstreet. Longstreet is going to go down. It's going to be near the first down marker, but it's going to be a third down.
Yeah, there was a Hayti defender that was able to grab a hold of him. Longstreet was able to spin out before he's finally tackled by number 52, Jaheim Dunn, on that play.
And Jaheim Dunn, one of Southeast Missouri's better tacklers this year. He's been everywhere. He had 16 last week against the Tigers in the Battle of the Boot Heel. So he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Back in the wishbone again, Marquette. It's going to be a handoff to Jack Ray this time. Ray, he's going to be put into a C. He's going to get a good push by his O-line. And where are they going to mark this? That's the real question. Might be another 4th and 1, and they have not had the best luck with 4th and 1s today.
No, they hadn't, Charlie. They've been pretty predictable. Looks like Coach Dickerson's going back to this wishbone heavy set. The only problem with that is it seems like the Indians know exactly what's coming. Look for them to bring a lot of heat on this play.
Actually, it seems like they're bringing out the punt team here for Marquette Catholic. I mean, it's a risky go for it here because you give Hayti a red zone possession basically if you don't get it.
Absolutely. They hadn't had much luck on 4th down. This is a smart play, especially with the Hayti offense not being able to get humming so far.
See how this punt goes for Marquette, though. That's number 33, Joe Steffen. It's a fake punt, and the fake punt's going to work for Marquette Catholic. What a play right there. Grady Deerking, and I can hear the Marquette Catholic coaches clapping. They fooled the Indians right there.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play call. I don't know how the Indians didn't, at least see the possibility of that coming. Snapped it to the up man, and he got the first down. That's going to extend the drive for the Explorers, Charlie.
I mean, usually you see Coach D-Rob call up these little trick plays right there. I mean, you saw it almost last week in the second quarter against Crothersville where they ran off the field and ran back on immediately. Got called for a false start on that play, though. But this time, it's first down for Marquette Catholic. It's a handoff to Jack Ray. He kind of bobbled it. He's still on his feet. He gets taken down about at the line of scrimmage, but I think maybe these handoffs of Ray aren't really working because he's not getting the ball right where he needs the ball to be. He's kind of fumbling around with it.
Well, the Explorers are trying to run between the numbers there, Charlie, and that's where Hayti's defense is the strongest so far. The problem is they haven't had a whole lot of luck getting to the outside either.
Yeah, so really, let's see what they do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just try and run up the gut with Croft here or go with Longstreet on a wide back run. It's going to be the Longstreet here. Longstreet's going to go right. Longstreet's going to get a seam. Longstreet's going up the middle now, and he fumbles it, and Hayti has it. Wow! That's going to be number 3, Dwayne Grant, but he's going to lose the ball, and there's 2 flags on the play.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm not sure about the flags. I think they come after the fumble. That still should be Hayti ball. That was a heck of a play from Grant just to pursue. I mean, that was a great run from Longstreet, and the Hayti Indians just stuck with it, and they were able to knock the ball loose.
Yeah, I mean, really, Longstreet has been the leading rusher tonight for the Explorers, but right there, Hayti, again, just punching the ball out. Them and Marquette Catholic, though, they've been able to punch the ball out, get these turnovers. It's been turnover heavy. It's been a frenzy.
So they called a hold after the fumble there, Charlie. So that's going to push the Indians back a little bit, but still great starting field position at the Marquette, or at their own 42.
Yeah, so now here comes JC and the Indians' offense here. Feel like after D-Rob saw that trick play, he might consider going for a couple tricks up his sleeve.
We'll see.
So it's going to be JC. It's going to be a speed option to Isaiah Love. Isaiah almost lost the ball there. That got risky. His arm was getting pulled, but he'll get down for a modest gain of about 4 or 5.
That option play's worked pretty well today, Charlie. There's been a couple times, it's been called back on a hold, but it's been a good play for the Indians so far.
It's been a very good play for the Indians so far. And just to mention, there's a wasp right above us. I have a deathly fear of wasp. And there goes the wasp. So now on this J.C. Ford rush, J.C.'s going to go to about the 32-yard line on the quarterback keeper. And how about that, J.C. Ford?
Yeah, that was a good run from Ford there. He's an athletic kid, and if they let him get open range, he's going to use it. Looks like we got an Explorers guy down on the field here, Charlie.
Trying to get the number on that Explorer as both teams are told to go back to their sidelines. So with that, we're going to see what's up with this player, and we're going to come back on the Boot Hill Sports Network and be right back after this.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Carruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Carruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, the Carruthersville tradition.
Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MSH SAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
That was number 71, Luke Brown. Welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. We said there, 71, Luke Brown was the one who got hurt on that play. He's been a force today, especially in that first quarter for the Explorers. So hopefully he's good. He got up on his own accord. He walked to the sideline on his own accord. Hopefully it was just maybe a cramp because of how humid and different this weather is compared to how a normal October should be.
Yeah, Charlie, he looks like he's probably got a good chance of getting back in. The Indians, looks like we got a run here.
Going to be to Isaiah Love, who gets down for a 10-yard or a 12-yard gain. First down for the Indians. Isaiah's holding the back of his head.
Good run right there from Isaiah Love, who's had a lot of action in the last couple of weeks. I know he's got to be sore after that Carruthersville game, then followed up with this one, but he's running the football hard today, Charlie.
I mean, absolutely he is. It's a little wild the amount of workload he gets sometimes. But and again, here's a handoff to Isaiah Love, who gets brought down. No, he doesn't. He stays up on his feet. It takes a legion of Explorers to take him down.
Grady Durkin, number 14, had a hold of Love, but he was able to spin out. That was a tough loss of 2 from the Indians, but he kept his feet moving, Charlie, and Love is a dog.
He is absolutely a dog. I just want to mention, what a turnout for the Marquette Catholic Explorers. I expected a few people to show up. I did not expect at least 60% of the bleachers to be filled here in Hayti.
Yeah, Charlie, they're obviously they're big fans. They supporting their team and coming out here to Hayti.
Kind of like the Indians and Tigers, really. They go anywhere to watch their teams play. It's going to be another speed option. JC almost got hit right there on that play. It's going to be to Isaiah Love, who goes down for about, or that's not Isaiah Love, actually. That's Marquavius Hubbard. Marquavius Hubbard gets down for a gain of about 6 right there. So 3rd and 6 for the Indians. See what they can draw up here. I mean, they're in the red zone.
Charlie, I'd like to see Ford keep it on one of these options. Every time he's pitched it, I would like to see him keep it one time. I think he might be able to get a big play off.
The issue is that they are really reading his pitch. Like, they're really reading like him about to run. But he's going to keep it on this option here, this fake jet sweep. And J.C. Ford's going to keep it, and it's going to be a gain of a first down. So it is 1st and goal for Hayti. It is 1st and goal from Hayti from the 9. They have 9 to go up by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Charlie, about a minute left in this third quarter. I really like that option keeper from JC. They've been the Marquette defense been zoned in on the backs. Great call.
So now it's going to be a handoff to Isaiah, who is in a sea of blue right there. And there's some physicality after this play right there.
Yeah, big 69 Jack Beaver did not like something there. He got up a little testy, but it got under control before anything happened, thankfully.
And it seems like Coach D-Rob is going to call a timeout and either talk to his team about what just happened or talk to the refs about what just happened. So we'll take a bit of a break here on the Boot Hill Sports Network and be right back after this.
Little Pizza Heaven, located at 503 Ward Avenue in Carruthersville, Missouri. You can eat in, take out, or get delivered. So make sure you call them at 573-333-0490 or go by and see Chrissy and the gang. Once again, that's 503 Ward Avenue in Carruthersville, Missouri, where they offer more than great pizza. Little Pizza Heaven, a Carruthersville tradition.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here: Moss Bail Bonds, Faulkner Auto, Little Pizza Heaven, Glowing Hearts, Tri-State Roll-Off Dumpsters, and Tri-State Concrete and Jones Concrete for your continued support of the Boot Hill Sports Network. Thank you for helping us stay afloat, really, and be able to cover Hayti Indian football, Carruthersville Tiger football, and basketball.
Charlie, it's the greatest thing about living in a small town. Everybody comes out and they support these teams. Thank you so much for our sponsors for us being able to do this.
And back to the action. It's J.C. Ford. It's going to be a jet sweep, this time to Isaiah Love. Isaiah has a bunch of explorers pushing him everywhere, but he's going to get down at about the 2. I was surprised there was not hands in the face called there, because he got a full hand to the face there.
He sure did. That was questionable, but I tell you what, that was another hard run from Love out there, inching it a little closer to the end zone.
And there's another official's timeout for a hurt, cramping Marquette Explorer. So we're just going to stay here.
Looks like Longstreet down there, and I think you called it, Charlie. I think maybe he's dealing with a cramp there. Like you said, it's a humid day, wind's blowing, kind of a hot day in October. It's been a hard-fought ball game. The Explorers are really a really tough team, but the Indians are starting to show that explosiveness that they're known for.
Not been a lot of laughs today, so that gave me a couple laughs for the Explorers. So, anyways, I mean, like you said, the Explorers really have came out, and it feels like they definitely ate their Wheaties this morning before coming here. They have been ready to play from the jump, and now it feels really like the Indians are kind of starting, not really to pull away, of course. There's still a whole quarter of action left, but starting to finally get a little bit of some continued momentum on their side.
Charlie, it's a huge drive and a huge third down because with the way it's going and the Indians' defense playing, if they could get up 2 scores here, I think it's going to be tough with the Explorers' offense to bounce back.
Well, I also think that maybe, even, let's just say the nightmare scenario for Hayti, they don't get this here on these next 2 downs. They have Marquette backed up. They have Marquette in a very precarious position, and their defense has been very, very strong this game. So there's a lot of different ways that you can look at this here.
Longstreet being helped to the sideline. He'll be off for this play at least. That's a big loss for Marquette.
Yeah, especially on that defense that have kind of been outran by the Hayti offense today. It's going to be J.C. Ford going up the middle, and he fumbles it, and it's going to be recovered by Javante Payne. But J.C. takes a huge hit, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So a crucial 4th down will be the opening act of fourth quarter action here in Hayti. We'll be right back on the Boot Hill Sports Network with Hayti Indian football.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MSH SAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network, and like you saw just at the end of the third quarter there, J.C. Ford takes a huge hit by number 69, Jack Bieber, who, just to say, he was involved in a little bit of that extracurricular with Jaheim Dunn there that caused Coach D-Rob to call a timeout. And I'm not going to say discipline Jaheim, but sort of get him back in the right headspace right there.
One thing I can tell you about number 69, Jack Bieber, he's a hard hitter. He really smacked J.C. hard on that, read that quarterback keeper up the middle very well. And the Indians are very lucky Javante Payne was able to bounce on that ball because that could have been a nightmare scenario.
That would have been the actual nightmare scenario. I did say the nightmare is that they don't get it on third or fourth down, but the nightmare would have been a scoop and score right there or a pick six. So now on this 4th down for Hayti, 12 on the clock, fourth quarter.
Get a first down here without getting into the end zone. 4th and 8 from the 9, it looks like.
I think it says 4th and 8 from the 8. We just can't really see it too well. It's going to be a pass to Javante. Javante has a seam, and Javante Payne brings the pain again to Marquette Catholic. Touchdown Indians, his second of the game.
Charlie, that was a beautiful little out route. Payne catches it, makes a move, easy score for him. If they're going to give that one-on-one all day, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hayti go back to the well with that one. Javante Payne is just abusing that kid out there.
Absolutely. They found a hole, and they've been able to expose it all day, really. Javante just able to, I'm not going to say out-physical, because it's not physical, but out-attribute him. Maybe that would be the best term, because his speed and acceleration is there, and that two-point conversion is no good, so Marquette is only down by 13 with basically a quarter to go. It's 11:52 here on the Boot Hill Sports Network. We're going to stay here for this kickoff. So, really, after that, Hayti's defenses look strong, but if they kick to Marquette here, their special teams, they might have some damage done by Longstreet if he's back in the game, which it looks like he is.
Well, Charlie, I tell you right now, this is kind of a do-or-die drive, I believe, for Marquette. Their offense is very effective, but not really prone to the big play. I think they really need to get some points on this drive, or it's going to be a tough mountain to climb.
It will be. But, as Marvin Gaye says, ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough.
I raised them well, folks. I raised them well.
So, like you did say, though, it is a pretty big mountain to climb. Even a 13-point lead in a quarter is a big mountain to climb. So, Anthony Taylor kicks it, and that ball's going to bounce down and be returned. It's not going to be returned, actually. It's going to be kneed down by number 15, Noah Minke. I mean, if he gets that, he might have a seam there.
Yeah, Minke went down to get the ball, and his knee just happened to hit the ground at the same time. Tough break for the Explorers there because he had some open ground to run, but that's going to set the Hayti defense up. Marquette's going to be at their own 24 to start this drive.
It's going to be a rough one for Marquette, having to go 76 yards to reach pay dirt again. But, like I said, 11:50, so basically a whole quarter to go in this game after that Javonte Payne 8-yard touchdown catch.
A lot of football to be played for sure.
Absolutely. Now, here comes this Marquette offense led out by Toby Eberlin, the sophomore. It's going to be a handoff to Jordan Croft, who going to get a first down for the Explorers. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the few times Hayti was not able to seal the edge, and Croft was able to take advantage of it with a nice little run there.
And Croft has been a dog today. He has just been everywhere for the Explorers today. I'm used to night games. I'm not used to the sky being blue. It's going to be a quick pass there to number 4, Ethan McLeod. Going to gain a couple on that play. It was a catch in the backfield. I mean, Eberlin has the arm to do some damage if he can get it to one of his receivers, specifically Longstreet, Ray, or McLeod. It's just he hasn't really been able to show it because the first pass, or the second pass he had, got picked off at the 50 by Javonte Payne.
Well, that and the Indians have been bringing a lot of heat on defense.
Well, here comes the pass, and he's got a man, but it's going to be incomplete. That was Cam Jones. It was incomplete, and maybe Eberlin has too much of an arm right there as he overthrows him by about 10 yards.
Well, it was some good man-to-man defense there. There was a little pushing and pulling on both sides, but no penalty called, and it kind of slowed him down a little bit. Eber kind of let it go a little loose, and that's going to bring up a big third down here, Charlie.
So now Marquette Catholic with their backs against the proverbial wall here, as there's 11:05 left, but they're down 2 scores to Hayti, who is a team that can put the points up with the best of them quickly. It's going to be a handoff to Croft here. Croft has blockers. He's going to maybe get a first down there.
Yeah, that was a huge run from Croft. Had a big seam up the middle, and he took advantage of it.
He kind of looks like Ashton Genty when he runs a little bit there. That big, just powerful stride that he has right there.
Absolutely. That was a nice run from him, and that's going to result in a first down for the Explorers. Their offense starting to hum a little bit here. Let's see what the Indians do to answer back.
They have a lot of ways they can answer back. I mean, they have Thomas Hightower, Jaheim Dunn, Anthony Taylor, but it's going to be a handoff again. A little spin move there for number 33, Joe Steffen, the punter and kicker as well for the Explorers. So that's a pretty big run right there. It's going to be a timeout called by Hayti because they've just been ran down these past couple plays. So with that, we'll take a timeout on the Boot Hill Sports Network and be right back after this.
Hey, are you doing a jailhouse rock and would much rather be having a house party? You can call Moss Bell Bonds at 573-359-4935 or 573-333-2916. They're available 24 hours a day. Also having a payment plan and credit cards accepted. You can make bail 1 minute from jail. Freedom loss, call Moss.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network. As I want to tell you, a grocery bag has reached the end zone, the left end zone. A grocery bag has scored a touchdown today.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the Misha handbook for the referees to pick up litter, Charlie. We just saw that.
The ref stared at it and just let it go away. I believe it was a B-store bag. So now back, Eberlin handing off again to Steffen. Steffen's going to gain 3, it seems, on that rush right there. I mean, obviously you could tell Coach Gilmer called timeout there for Coach D-Rob because he wants his defense to be exactly right. They've been good for the second and third quarter, so this fourth quarter looks a little different.
Well, the Explorers got trips out here closest to our side, Charlie. Ball's going to go to Croft. And
Crops.
another positive game.
Crop's going to put his head down there on that pitch and get a couple, but he was on the ground, and now he's getting up. He's fine. I was a little confused on what he was doing on the ground there.
Well, I'll tell you, Charlie, it's going to set up 3rd and 6 from the Explorers. It's going to be interesting. This is 2-down territory. I expect them to keep the ball on the ground. We've got big 33, Joe Steffen in the backfield. We'll see if they go back to him.
I mean, Joe Steffen, for a big guy, can run. It's going to be a pass play. Eberlin's pressured. Eberlin's brought down. That is number 27, Elijah Johnson. What a tackle. I can't even lie to you. I just heard a big boom in this press box. I think one of the Marquette coaches just punched a wall.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play from Eli. Nobody was able to pick him up on the block. He was able to bottle him up, and that's going to cause a big 4th down here for the Explorers. Look for them to have to chuck this ball, which is not something that they've been great at today.
And that was exactly why they called that timeout, Hayti. Get the defense a little bit more rested right there. Get them hydrated, and the pressure's coming, and that's thrown into a bunch, and it's caught! What a catch right there in triple coverage for Ethan McLeod, number 4. What a catch right there. What a pass.
Yeah, it was a great throw, Charlie. It looked like it just caught the Indians defenders off hand. They were right there. Nobody jumped on it to make a play. McLeod made a great catch there.
I mean, under pressure, too, for Eberlin on that throw. He had Elijah Johnson, who laid a big hit on the left tackle on that play, kind of getting towards him. So, see what they do here. It's going to be a handoff to Jack Ray. Gets the handle, and let's see what he does here. He tries to cut right, and he gets tackled down at around the 12-yard line.
Charlie, once again, the Indians' defense seals the edge, and Ray's not able to get around. We're seeing the Explorers go back to the wishbone down here in goal line territory. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do a little play action out of here and get that pass game going again. I
think a play action, like a bootleg here, could work some wonders. Trip up Haytai's defense, but their D-line's strong. And the pass for Eberlin goes to no one as there's a flag on the field. See what seems like it's going to be pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, Charlie, it looked like there was supposed to be a guy that was running over on a slant. I'm wondering if he didn't get interfered with by a Hayti defensive back because there was nobody there on that pass.
Seems like it's going to be first down for the Explorers in goal-to-go territory here.
It's been a real big storyline in this game. The Indians committing penalties at the worst time.
And, see, I wonder what Marquette does on the goal line. We saw them kind of a couple downs from the goal line. They're going to... Okay, now the ball's going to be moved up. I was a little confused because the refs were still kind of talking. So they're going to move the ball to about the 6 or 7 yard line. They're going to call it 2nd down and 1. So it's going to be a spot foul. I believe it's at the 6 yard line. It is. So the snap. It's going to be trouble with the snap. Eberlin gets on it, luckily. But that was, I mean, the story of the game for Marquette Catholic really also has been trouble with the snap.
Yeah, buddy, they've had some trouble holding on to it, and at the worst times down here in the goal line, they're lucky they were able to fall on that one. There was a couple Hayti defenders over there ready to pounce. Now
it's 3rd and 9 for Hayti, or for Marquette at the Hayti 14, but there's a lot of risk being taken here. That's number 5, J.C. Ford, coming in to add added pressure. I think that's subbing out. I believe that might be Brandon Jones. Lil B.
Charlie, I think there's some discussion here from the referees. I'm wondering if there might not have should have been an automatic first down on that play before that.
I thought it would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that there's been a play snapped, I don't really think there's anything they can do about that.
It'd be real rough to the Hayti fans just to say that they're going to just call it 2nd down. So, I'm a little confused. They're saying it's 2nd down. Now they're saying it's 2nd and 9. So I guess the down got replayed. So that was technically first down and not. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 9. It was just a little confusion between the refs. Back in this single back formation, Coach Robinson is giving referee Tim Harmon fits down there about this, though.
Think that's referee Tim Harmon?
It is.
Is he giving him fits?
Oh, he's definitely giving him the business, as they would say. But we're gonna see what the end result of this is. A lot of confusion on the field right now, Duck.
I mean, he is at the numbers right now. Now he's talking to the Marquette players.
Well, if you know D-Rob like I am, man, he's a great guy to talk to. Loves football and is a great coach. And I think he just wants an explanation about what's going on here, and I think we deserve one as well.
I think it's supposed to be second and goal, right? I think they were supposed to be an automatic first down on the PI, but the refs just didn't realize that it was supposed to be that and didn't care to check. I don't want to say care to check because that sounds negative, but they just didn't look for it fully.
Well, mistakes happen, but looks like we're trying to get some of this confusion figured out. Now Coach Dickerson's out having a talk with the referees. This is a big play. I mean, a big drive. Everybody wants to get this thing right in a close ball game. I think what we're going to end up with here is 2nd and 9. It's just a lot of confusion on the field. It all started with that pass interference penalty, and it's been kind of wacky since.
It absolutely has been wacky since, and it's just a little weird what we're getting at right now. Coach D-Rob's coming back out to talk with the officials. So I believe the rule states it's automatic first down on a PI, yes?
I know it is on defensive holding, and I believe it is on a pass interference as well, but the problem is if they miss that call, they missed that call. There's been another play that snapped. There's no way of making that back up. I'm not really sure what can be done here.
I think the issue also is that the play that happened was a negative play, so the refs don't want to go back and be like, oh, well, actually, Hayti, that play that you just had where you made them lose yards doesn't actually matter now, and it's a second down, second and goal from whatever.
Well, while we get this all sorted out and we got a minute, I just want to take a minute to shout out my girlfriend, Nicole George, for helping us out on the camera. She's doing a great job today. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Nikki! So, seems like it's been alleviated. It's going to be second down. It's going to be second and what, though? Is it going to be second and a number? Is it going to be second and goal? Is it going to...
We got 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard. I think after all that, we're going back to where we were.
So it's 2nd and 9 after 20 minutes, it feels like, of confusion by the refs. Eberlin under center, getting pressured now. Eberlin almost fumbles it. He gets sacked again. That is Elijah Johnson. Another sack for the senior.
What about Elijah, Charlie? These are two of the biggest plays of the game coming in the fourth quarter. He's been kind of quiet throughout the game, but he's sure making his name known in this fourth quarter.
He's putting all the pressure on Marquette today. But, I mean, it's just been to credit how good they've been against the O-line as a whole today. Hayti's D-line's been great. Eberlin passing, got Johnson pressuring him again. He's passing, and that's the long street. It's going to be PI.
The Indians once again shoot themselves in the foot down there. I think Isaiah Love's going to be called for a pass interference call. I'm not sure if that would have been a touchdown, but he definitely got there early, and that's going to give new life to the Explorers on this drive.
And I just want to mention a text I just got from Mark Manley. Could be D-Rob's biggest win ever. I mean, a win over Eric Dickerson.
I mean, when you beat one of the all-time leading rushers in the NFL history, I got to agree with Mark there. I still think D-Rob will take that state title victory a few years ago, though.
Yeah. So now after that PI, it's going to be 3rd down and 7 after the 3rd and 19. So now it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Charlie, I got to say, we have had some real confusing scenarios happen out in this game. But, I mean, in the end, it's been one heck of a ball game. The Explorers really need to cash in here to really have a chance. We're down to 6 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock. We need to see them get in the end zone if they're going to have a chance here, I believe.
I mean, it's been all Marquette Catholic this quarter. Hayti had one play, and then it's been all them. So now a pass here, and it's going to be incomplete, targeted to number 7, Jack Ray right there. It's going to be incomplete. Pressure came from Cameron Turner.
Yeah, Jack Ray, he tried to get a little step on Turner there. He looked like he even may have pushed off a little bit. Still didn't matter. The ball was thrown pretty well, but it's going to be 4th down for Marquette, and this could be the ball game on this play, Charlie.
This is the biggest play of the game right here. If Marquette gets this, I mean, they're going to be right there for a touchdown. And to put it within one score, if Hayti gets this stop, they can run this clock down. It's going to be Eberlin taking the snap. He's got pressure. He's throwing, and he's almost intercepted by Cameron Turner. And that might be the risk of having a club right there. He had one hand to catch that football.
Yeah, with that hand bandaged up, Charlie, I'm pretty sure if it wouldn't, that would have been an easy pick. Either way, it's going to be Hayti football with 6:21 left on the clock and them up 2 possessions. Got to think Coach Robinson's going to try to run some clock on the ground here.
I mean, absolutely. You kind of have to here because you don't want to have a mental mistake, especially with a pass that gets intercepted maybe and it just goes the wrong way. I have a scoring update for you. Ole Miss up 7-3 against Georgia in the first quarter, late in the first quarter.
Hotty toddy.
And so now Hayti has the ball back. It is J.C. Ford leading this offense out with Isaiah Love to his left. It's going to be a rush to Isaiah. Isaiah has a seam. He gets down for about a 7-yard gain. A Marquette helmet comes off. So one player for Marquette Catholic's defense is going to have to sit out a down.
And who would have guessed it? They went right back to that workhorse, Isaiah Love. That was a strong pickup on the middle, and the clock's going to run after they get this sorted out. Actually, we've got a timeout for an injury here, it looks like.
It's going to be an official's timeout for Indians number 55, Jaden Malone, one of the captains. He's walking on his own accord, just a little gingerly, but he looks just to be a leg injury. He's going down now, so we're just going to take a short break on the Boot Hill Sports Network. See, hopefully Jaden gets up, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey, if you want a truck or a real fine car, Faulkner Auto Sales can get you cruising in any style. If Faulkners don't have it, they can get it. And if they can't get it, it's not even made. Go see Dwayne and Kevin at Faulkner Auto Sales on Truman Boulevard in Carruthersville or call 573-333-3800. And remember, if Faulkner's is not on the back of your vehicle, it damn sure ought to be.
Luckily, Jaden Malone has gotten up. Number 55, I believe he's played almost, if not every down this game, O-line and D-line. He's been a dog tonight. So now JC is going to be passing this play. It's going to be caught by number 4, Jeremy Alexander, who's going to get down for a first down for the Indians. They are going to move those chains.
Yeah, that's a first down, Charlie. The only unfortunate thing was he ended up out of bounds, so the clock's going to stop on that play.
I mean, absolutely. That is a pretty big mistake. 5:51 to go in this game here in Hayti. You're watching Hayti football on the Boot Hill Sports Network. So now J.C. Ford has the ball. Has the play call. He doesn't have the ball yet. But the betting odds say that it's going to go to Isaiah. And the betting odds would be wrong. So it's going to be a pass. He's going for Keanthony. Who catches it? Keanthony Taylor. He is going to put the dagger on this game. Touchdown, Indians. What a play. 75 yards.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Coach Robinson. He will put his foot on your throat if he needs to, and that's exactly what he did there. Risky play. It was man-to-man coverage. If that ball was thrown under a little bit, Marquette would have ended up with it. That doesn't matter now because number 0 gets it and takes it to the house. Heck of a throw by JC. Heck of a play by the Indians.
Keanthony Taylor, the recipient of that touchdown pass by J.C. Ford. What a catch right there. What a play overall. I think Marquette was thinking it was going to Isaiah. I thought it was going to Isaiah. So now JC The man behind him, he's going to just speed option here. That's going to go to Marquavius Hubbard, who has a huge lot of explorers, and it's going to be no good. So it's 26-7 with 5:36, and it's looking like the Hayti Indians are going to get a victory here, but anything can happen in high school football, anything at all.
Yeah, anything can happen, Charlie, but with only 5 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock and the score standing where it is, I believe Hayti is going to get the W here. I tell you, I'm still in shock of Coach Robinson calling that play there. That, I mean, a lot of coaches would have just ran the clock, ran it up the middle, and tried to get out of here with a victory, but he put some style points on it there and used the deep ball at the right time.
I mean, absolutely. He got it to his big target there, 6'5" Anthony Taylor, who was just there able to get a touchdown for the Indians up to 75 yards, and he had a man trailing him for most of that play. So after the no-good two-point conversion, here comes Mr. Touchdown scorer himself, Anthony, out to kick this ball back off to the Explorers. And we are off. It's going to be a squib, and it might be recovered by the Indians. It is! What a mental error by Marquette Catholic.
I tell you, that was a heads-up play from the Hayti special teams. They've been trying that short kick all day long, and they just were able to recover it. Heck of a special teams play.
And I don't want to say it, but they have 40 yards in 5 minutes. They might put another one on the board here. See what Hayti draws up here as they get the ball back.
Charlie, I'm trying to see what Indian is down there. It looks like that could be.
I believe that's number 7, Thomas Hightower.
You don't want to see him hurt by any means. Hopefully he's going to be all right there. They were able to get him over the sidelines, and play's going to continue.
Yeah, so with Hightower getting helped out by the trainers on the sideline, J.C. Ford and the offense are back out. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Love. He spins off of one man, spins off another, gets down for about a 7-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, nice run by Isaiah. Like you said, he spun off 2 tackles there. Nice hard gain for him. Looks like Hightower he's coming through. I think maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him on that special teams play.
I mean, who wouldn't get the wind knocked out of him? It was a dog pile to get that football right there. And now on this 2nd and short for the Indians, I wouldn't be surprised if J.C. passes it. He will. J.C., he's going deep, and that's Anthony Taylor once again! You are kidding me! Anthony to J.C. once again scored another touchdown for the Hayti Indians. And it's 32-7. And if you didn't believe it then, believe it now. The Indians will be 3-5.
Yeah, Charlie, he dialed it up again. That was once again man-to-man coverage with Anthony. That's a big-body, athletic kid. He had a step on him. JC put the throw there, and that's going to do it, I believe. Marquette really, the momentum flipped. When they were not able to score on that offensive drive down there, it just flipped on a dime, and now the Indians are up and a-roaring.
I don't want to say the words, but it kind of feels like they gave up there a little bit.
Well, Charlie, I don't think it was necessarily that. I think it was just such a momentum shift. It was deflating to have all those plays down in the red zone and not be able to punch it in. But just think about if they were able to score, what kind of different ball game we had. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, with the result of it right now is a 32-7 lead for the Tribe.
So after that, the 2-point conversion was no good.
Now they tried an extra point with Anthony there, and we can kind of see why they don't do that very often.
So now with 4:54 left, the juice has been loose on these past 2 touchdowns. Anthony Taylor, 2 long passing touchdowns, and I think that might answer my question from last night at McDonald's. Who was Juice?
Well, the mystery may be solved here.
Wait, he is 6'5". Wait a minute.
Mystery may be solved. Something that me and Charlie were talking about on the way over here. One thing I do know is that the Hayti Indian passing game has been very good in this second half. I was wondering why we didn't see much more of it in the first half, but they've really been able to exploit some man-to-man coverage here, Charlie.
Yeah, really. I mean, when you have track stars against these players, no matter the skill level of DB, you are going to get burnt mostly. But there's going to be a flag, and it looks like it's going to be I believe it's called a legal procedure.
Well, you don't see that very often on the kickoff, but we see it here. So they're going to move it back 5 and re-kick this thing.
And weirdly, if I had $1 for every illegal procedure I've seen this weekend, it's 2. Which, it's kind of wild I've seen 1, but I think it's wild I've seen 2 now. So Canton will be moved back to NFL kickoff territory now. It's going to be at the 35. No landing zone, maybe thankfully.
I know one thing I see on the sideline, Thomas Hightower's up talking to his teammates. He seemed like he's back from that. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. Don't want to lose any players if you're Hayti moving forward.
Yeah, especially with how they look fully healthy here, as that's going to be Jonte Longstreet, who goes down with the ball. He was beating himself up after going down there.
Yeah, it's a tough one. He wanted to make sure he got the kick, especially considering the Indian special teams just fell on one. About 4:51 left on the clock here. Marquette's going to line up, and we'll see what they try to do. I don't think that they're going to have much success through the air, but we might see if they try to air it out a few times. Coach Robinson's got to be happy with the way this Tribes team's played in the second half, Charlie.
Especially he has to, especially after I don't want to say it was a moral victory, but a moral victory last week, losing by 9 to a state-ranked team in Crothersville. Now Hayti, they got some momentum building up here in Pembroke County. As that ball, it's going to be a one-on-one, and that's going to be picked. What a pick by Dwayne Grant. He just ripped it out of the hands of number 15, Noah Menke.
I tell you, Charlie, Eberlin put it up there. It was man-to-man coverage. It was hard to tell who had the ball at first, but Grant comes down with it, and the Indians are going to have another chance to pad this score.
We might get the most famous 2 words of any game that is lopsided. The TC, the turbo clock, might appear for the last few minutes of this game.
Well, I tell you, Charlie, the whole difference in this game to me is these 2 defensive stops. The one in the first half that Hayti had that they were able to score after, and then being able to stop the Explorers down there in the red zone there at the end of the third quarter. That's barely been the shift in the ball game.
Absolutely it has, and really it just seems like Hayti is banded together, especially in the second half. They've scored 4 touchdowns unanswered in this half, and JC's going to fumble the snap. It's going to be a pitch. It's going to be a double pass to Javante, and there might be PI on that play. What are we doing here now?
Well, I don't know if that was an interesting call, if that was really what they were trying to pull off there.
D-Rob's all smiles on the sideline, so I think that was the plan.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if I like that call, to be honest with you, especially up 32-7. I don't know. I understand trying to get some plays out, but I'm not sure I like that call. It is going to end up in Hayti's favor with the defensive pass interference, though, on the Explorers.
Yeah, Hayti is going to get the ball into Explorer territory there. That was, the weirdest play, I think, of the day. JC fumbles a little bit with the snap, but it was kind of like a fumble-rooski. He might have fumbled it on purpose there.
I'm not going to give him enough credit on that one, Duck. I think that one was busted, but I do think it was a trick play from the start because you had the receiver running down there. I've got mixed thoughts about that. 4:31 on the clock. I think I would just try to run the ball and get out of here with the W without anybody getting hurt.
I don't know. Javante had an arm on him there. That was a pretty good pass. He had him right there down there. So now here come the Indians at the 39-yard line, and this might be Anthony Taylor territory. He's got a matchup in this empty set formation. He's just going to curl, though. It's going to be just hitch routes, and that's going to be caught. Trying to get the number on that. I believe that was... Oh, well, the flag is going to be called on the Indians. I believe that was Tremel Liddell with the catch, but does not matter as there's a flag on the play, and it's going to go in the Explorers' favor.
Yeah, Charlie, the Indians coming out throwing the ball a lot here in the fourth quarter. Kind of puzzling why you didn't see more of this action earlier. I'm wondering if they aren't trying to give Isaiah Love a little breather just from all the tackles he's taken. But I don't know. But what I do know is it's working for the Indians.
I mean, absolutely, it is working for the Indians, and really, this has been the ultimate Hayti game today. It feels like they've had JC air it out a few times for touchdowns. They've had Isaiah be able to rush in for a touchdown. I mean, this has been the ultimate perfect game for Hayti. This option run for JC, he's just going to get down there. Seems like that play got busted up there.
Yeah, not much going on that play. Good job from Ford just to get it down. Clock's going to keep running there. One thing I have been impressed with Hayti is they've played a lot more disciplined football in this second half. Few less penalties, been able to clean it up. I think that's going to be big for them moving forward, Charlie.
Yeah, especially when after next week, I believe they play Malden next week. After the Malden game, it's district time, and right now it's looking like they're going to be in that 2 to 4 slot right there in the middle. And, I mean, if this place hosts a, oh, wow, there's going to be freshman Tim Grissom in now for Hayti. They are just going to start pulling the starters, it seems.
Yeah, Charlie, I think that's a good call. Get the freshman in there. Let them get some reps. You never know what could happen. JC's, of course, had some injuries throughout. I think it's a good idea to get the freshman in there, get them some reps, get some of your starters off the field if you can, and just take home this victory.
I mean, absolutely. Like I was saying, though, I mean, this is a interesting time for districts right now. I mean, Saxony lost to this team and currently lead the district in points-wise. I mean, but you can't sleep on a team like Charleston or Portageville also in there. So now Tim Grissom the freshman is in. He's going to be passing here. He's getting pressured, and it's going to be intercepted. That's number 5 for Jordan Croft. Jordan Croft, pick 6 to the house.
Yeah, Charlie, he's going to bring that back about 50 yards on the pick 6. The freshman quarterback just made a mistake there. Probably should have went down without throwing the ball, but that's what it's all about, getting some reps in. It's going to be a score for the Explorers, but it's not going to change the outcome of this ball game any.
I mean, it might be a little positive for the Explorers that they could get a turnover there at least. And still, I mean, they still have the heart that you need in high school football. They aren't going down. I mean, don't really want to say without a fight, as this game is still out of reach for them. But they're not going down without a whimper.
No, I'll say this about the Explorers from Marquette. They are a very talented football team, very disciplined football team. I think they just ran into a team today in Hayti that has, like you said multiple times, track stars all around the field. Hayti's known for having athleticism. It's been that way since I can remember. So I think the Explorers they've played some good football here, but I think it's just been it's hard to bottle up a team full of athletes like Hayti for too long.
And I believe the PAT, it was good, and a flag on Hayti there. Or maybe the PAT was not. It looked good from my vantage point. But I guess they're going to still call it 32-13. Actually, what are... So the kick was blown dead. So the kick does not count. So I was a little wrong on that statement, I guess. There's just a little confusion here, though.
Okay, Charlie, it's been a little wacky out here today, but we're going to get out. Looks like they're going to get out and line it up again and go for another extra point.
So here comes Joe Steffen out to kick this extra point. He's had a few pretty good runs, and he has a leg on him.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Steffen today. I liked him out of the backfield, and he's definitely got a leg on him, like you said, Charlie. He lines up for the extra point.
And that's going to be another penalty on Hayti, so we are staying here, baby.
I'm telling you, though, nothing angers a coach more than seeing this kind of stuff. You don't want this to happen. You want to get this cleaned up before the winter go-home districts like you talked about earlier, Charlie.
I mean, absolutely. This has been penalty-riddled this whole game, and it's starting to rear its head again as there's another one! There's another one! And the hat has come off.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if they just want to delay my trip back to Memphis or not. Anthony, he's definitely raring to get back there to try to block this extra point, which is sort of inconsequential.
They want the stats.
I'm telling you, they keep moving it up further. They might as well just push it in for 2.
They might as well. As now, will Joe Steffen kick the extra point? He will, and it's good. And that ball is going to the bathrooms. Wow.
I'm going to tell you, Charlie, that kick would have been good for 45 yards. That kid's got a leg on him. It's always funny for me to see different areas. You don't see a lot of field goal kicking down here in the Boot Hill. Haven't since I've been around. But you play teams from other areas sometimes, and you see guys, this kid's got a leg on him, that's for sure.
I mean, really, this year has been the most I've seen field goal kicking. You know, when I traveled up for the Crothersville versus Duchesne game earlier this year, the game ended with Duchesne's kicker making a field goal to make it 55-3. The game ended short, though, after a emergency. And then the next game, which was, I believe, Sykeston, they had a kicker that was out because he was playing a soccer game. Then they had Valley. I don't believe Valley had a kick. But then Scott City, the player from Scott City, I believe he's from Chaffee, though, he drilled a, 47-yard kick. It was so impressive to see.
That's a powerful weapon if you can have it in high school football. Like I said, down here in the Boot Hill, you haven't seen a whole lot of it throughout the years, as they're going to have to re-tee this kickoff back up for the Explorers. We've got 3:14 left on the clock with the Indians up 32-14. We'll see if the Explorers decide to kick it deep to Isaiah Love, or if we'll see if they'll try some onside kick here.
I mean, I support going for an onside kick. Just show that you have at least a little bit of confidence still in this game. But obviously, I mean, 18 points in 3 minutes is a pretty tough thing to get. So they're just gonna lob it up. That was like a chip-in right there, and it's gonna be a big hit on that kickoff. So Hayti's drive will start around the 25 area right there.
Yeah, it looks like we'll see the freshman quarterback come back out for Hayti. 3 minutes left on the clock. If I'm Coach Robinson, I'm just trying to put this ball on the ground, get away with the victory, and get nobody hurt, to be honest with you.
I mean, absolutely. You don't want to see injuries, and especially you don't want to see something turn into, or nothing turn into something here, especially after that pick six. You don't want to maybe call another play like that. Somehow a turnover happens, another touchdown, and Marquette is within 12 in 2 minutes.
I just feel like keeping the ball on the ground here is probably the best thing to do, but we'll see what Coach Robinson dials up.
So Grissom motions a man, and there's going to be a flag. Pre-snap penalty, and it's going to be a false start on the Indians.
Yeah, that's deflating there. You don't want to see these pre-snap penalties, especially when you're just trying to get out of here with the victory. It looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field here.
So there's going to be a timeout on the field. So we're going to take our final timeout of the game here on the Boot Hill Sports Network and be right back after this.
Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service is an in-home supportive care provider serving the area from locations at 1119 Ward Avenue in Carruthersville and at 511 East Elm in Marston, Missouri. Glowing Hearts has friendly, professional employees who provide home nursing visits along with personal and homemaker services to enable clients to remain at home. There is a difference. See for yourself by calling Glowing Hearts In-Home Care Service in Carruthersville at 922-5056 or in Marston at 643-2537.
And welcome back to the Boot Hill Sports Network in a fourth quarter that started pretty quickly and now has the last 5 minutes have felt like maybe an hour. We are back with action. Grissom's going to hand it off to Isaiah Love, I believe. That is. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're going to let that clock run a little bit. Like you said, this fourth quarter's kind of dragged on like molasses coming out of a jar on a cold day here, Duck.
I mean, yeah, what you said. But, it's been a very strong performance for the Indians, and I feel like if you're a team like Charleston or a team like Saxony that are in that upper echelon of Class 1 District 1 with Hayti, you got to really consider we have to strap in come district time because this team is not to be played around with, and that's going to be a handoff again. Isaiah is not going to go anywhere. I believe if I remember how seeding works in Class 1 District 1 with 5 teams, I believe the 2 plays the 5 and the 3 plays the 4, and the 1 gets a bye. So right now, Saxony would get the bye. Hayti would play, I believe Hayti would play Portageville right now, and they've already played each other this year. Hayti won that game. But, I mean, still, there's a lot of variables that can happen in this last week of the season, or the regular season next week. So who knows?
Yeah, Charlie, Charleston's kind of unknown for me. I haven't got to set eyes on them this year. As we see a run right here on a keeper, and we've got another penalty coming down here. I think it's going to be a hold on the Indians.
I believe that was Jeremy Alexander on the run there. And that's going to go back a few yards there. But like I said, it's going to be face mask on the Indian, or no, on the Explorers there.
Yeah, kind of a sloppy ending to this ball game. In what was a really tight ball game in the first half and most of the third quarter. Game was really turned on its head with a defensive stop from the Indians, and then we saw how quick they're able to score through the passing game. Got a minute 29 left here on the clock. I expect Coach Robinson to keep this on the ground, pound out this victory, and celebrate one over a tough out-of-state opponent.
I mean, absolutely. This is a Marquette team that came in 5-2. And it's going to be another keeper on the direct snap to Jeremy Alexander. And Alexander's going to run out of bounds, but if he didn't, he was gone.
Yeah, if Alexander doesn't step on the white there, Charlie, he's going to be gone to the end zone. He's another weapon that's not talked about a lot from Hayti. Another kid that can house it on any play. I tell you, I'm really impressed with the skill positions the Indians have this year. If they can clean up some of these penalties and stay strong on the line, like you said before, I think they're going to be trouble in that district, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up toting that district title by the end of the year.
I mean, it would not be a shocker to me. And just thinking about the potential, they win this game, they beat Malden, they have a pretty good chance of hosting a game. As Jeremy Alexander takes another direct snap, they have a pretty good chance of hosting a game in the district playoffs here in Hayti.
Well, we thought we were going to get out of here maybe one more play, but it looks like the Indians are going to be called for a hold there. I'm wondering if Coach Robinson might not go to the victory formation after this, since we've got a minute 02 left on the clock.
Well, let's ask the question. Does Eric Dickerson call a timeout?
Yeah, I don't think Dickerson's going to call a timeout here. I think that they're going to be happy to get off the field as well. Hard-fought ball game between these two, and really got to give a lot of credit. We're going to give a lot of credit to the Hayti offense for what they've done in the second half. But for me, the real MVPs were the defense. The two stops, like I said, one in the first half. The second stop down there on the goal line really changed the momentum in this game. So I give a lot of credit to that Hayti defense.
I mean, absolutely. This Hayti defense has been just able to stand up today and be a very, very strong front. It's been sort of just a kind of a shocking game at the beginning as Isaiah Love is taking one pretty deep into the marker. That might be a first down right there. But like I said, and the clock's going to run. So with that, it seems like it's basically the game is over. 19 seconds to go. Hayti is just going to call their men back, and with that, the Indians are going to get another victory under their belt, their third of the year. They will be 3-5 as the Marquette Explorers fall to 5-3 from Isha over there. I'm trying to get a score from the Malden game real quick to check out the other Class 1 District 1 game. I have it. Malden will be losing to Veritas Christian Academy 27-18, so Malden will remain 0-8. Hayti goes up to 3-5. So just like that, Hayti, they're looking like a force fully healthy. They get a win under their belt after that 9-point loss in the Battle of the Boot Hill. What did you see from Hayti today that really looked impressive?
Well, Charlie, I think that the defense really was the true MVP of the game. Like I said, those two big stops they had were momentum shifters. I like that I saw Coach Robinson go to the air in the second half. He had man-to-man coverage, and it's going to be very tough for teams moving forward to man up with these Hayti receivers. Payne, Taylor, they're both threats. Alexander, Grant, there's just so much talent at the skill position for this Hayti Indian team, and a well-coached team as well. You just got to wonder, moving forward, if they can stay healthy, and how many teams are really going to be able to defend that pass, Charlie?
I mean, not a lot, especially in this area. When it comes to districts, you really think about it, a lot of teams in all the District 1s are very run the ball down the throat, because that's what the coaches grew up on. I mean, looking at the SEMO South as a whole, I mean, you have players like Rustin Underwood from Scott City, you have Sammy Bryant from Crothersville, you have Isaiah Love in Hayti. So it's just very, I mean, you have Deuce Hickenbottom in Portageville as well. I mean, you have power backs in this area that are the focal point of the offense, and Hayti has shown this year that they have the ability to just score with the best of them, as you see us. Great looking guys here. So really what I just see out of Hayti is being able to be multifaceted, rushing, passing, I mean, even special teams-wise, when they have Isaiah or someone of that stature, Javante, get a return, they can return it pretty deep down the field. And not to discredit Marquette, but Hayti today just looked better. They looked more athletic. They looked ready to play today. And, well, Marquette took a 3-hour bus ride down here, so a lot of not possibly well-rested players over there having to have a track meet with the Hayti Indians.
Well, the way I look at it, Charlie, is you've got a Hayti team full of explosive athletes. You've got a coach that's got a state championship ring. There's a championship pedigree at this school. The season didn't start off the way they wanted it. They've got through the injury bugs. And if I was a betting man, which I am, I would come district time, I would really look out for the Hayti Indians. They've got a good chance to get a district title here and kind of turn it around, because the last couple seasons have been a little rough for the Indians on the field.
Yeah.
My final thoughts really from Hayti tonight are that Coach Robinson has an offense that is really humming. He has skill position players that can burn you all over the field. And if teams from the Boot Hill take them for granted, they may be sorry, because I'm going to tell you, this is the kind of team that can man up and really do some damage, Charlie.
I mean, absolutely. This is a team that is well coached, well athletic. They're just able to do whatever they want if they can do it. I mean, Javante Payne had 2 touchdowns. Anthony Taylor had 2 touchdowns within like a minute and a half game time. And it's just been a huge performance today for Hayti. So with that, that's a 32-14 win for the Indians as they advance to next week against Malden, where you will not hear my voice. You'll hear Mark Manley back on the call. So for Charlie Duckworth, for Matt Duckworth, for Nicole over on the camera doing a great job, it's been a fun one here in Hayti.
I just want to say one thing before we go off the air. Thank you, Mark, for the opportunity for me to call a game with my son. As many of y'all know on the network, this is what Charlie's going to Mizzou for. This is not my cup of tea, though. I spent time as a sports editor, but it was an absolute thrill and something I'll remember the rest of my life. So, Charlie, Mark, thank you all.
And thank you all for watching the Boot Hill Sports Network. We'll be back Wednesday for Tribe Talk with Coach D-Rob, Tiger Talk with Coach G. Friday night, St. John versus Crothersville, and Malden versus Hayti. And we'll see you then for the Boot Hill Sports Network.